respect. But they are going to be dropping the Japanese localization for the Eve client effective March 31st. Their contract with Nexon is going to be going away, and it appears as though there won't even be a localized client for Japan going forward. And there's some people out there that are a little enraged about this.
Well, wait, does that mean that they can't play Eve from Japan? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the Koreans are celebrating
because they never had one to begin with.
Yeah.
Like back on our plane, bitches.
When you're saying no localized client, are you mean like they aren't going to be able to log into Eve from Japan, or they aren't going to have a Japanese?
It means
like
it means
text?
They won't have a Japanese translation of the game.
Okay. That's weird because you think if it was already done, then it would just be there.
Something else.
Well, I mean, it takes maintenance, right? It takes.
I guess.
It takes keeping up with it, and there are some people out there that say, obviously this is wrong because the Japanese players who already have it, and that's true. I mean, things at the local level are always wrong like that, or that by taking it away, you're not really encouraging Japanese game players to join the game. But there's also the flip side of it that basically says, look, this has been around for a while. I don't know how many Japanese players there are that play Eve. I know that there are a lot of Spanish-speaking people who play Eve that also don't have a localized client. Hold on a second. Can you guys pull mic up? Well, I'm talking.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. That don't have a localized client. There are obviously other languages out there, and I don't know how big the Japanese game player population is of this particular game to warrant. I don't know, what the costs are for supporting that.
Did they not hire a Japanese staff member though?
Don't know.
That was part of the announcement, was that they were ending their contract with Nexon, and apparently that's a good thing or a bad thing. But they also hired a Japanese person on staff. So it's not that the localization is completely dead. It's that they're no longer contracting this Nexon company to do it for them.
I'm telling you,
the problem always is that when you say that. Sorry, Dirk. The problem always is when you say that localization may not be warranted because there's not enough players, but there's not enough players because the localization isn't there. It's kind of a roundabout argument.
Well, except for in this case, the Japanese localization has been there. I think you kind of came in the middle. We're talking about Japanese localization.
Oh,
here.
Sorry, Japanese. I was thinking Spanish.
And the fact that, so here, I mean, this is from the translated article, right? In addition to changes related to account management, because the first part is talking about account management and how they do it because of their relationship with Nexon and things like that. In addition to changes related to account management, CCP will terminate, and again, this is based on a translation, the Japanesization of the EVE Online client on March 31st, 2017. As a result, the Japanese version of the client will be done at the end of March 2017, release 119.3.
Wow.
We got a donation from Koreans, says stupid Fappides. Koreans best.
But anyways, yeah, so obviously there's people out there that I at one time flew in an alliance that had a Japanese group that were in there, and I'm sure that it bothers them. I think there are other people that probably may know somebody that has taken advantage of this. Again, I just gotta sometimes come down to, without us knowing, right, without any of the players out there that are really bitching about this or bitching on behalf of somebody else, which is from what it sounds like, since I haven't heard any Japanese players bitching about this, all I've heard are people bitching on their behalf. Business decision. I mean, unless we've got some other kind of information, business decision that maybe that's just not a place to support it.
Japanese can't bitch anymore. The language is gone.
Bang for your buck is what you mean, right, Dirk? Like, is it worth the investment for the doing localization if you've got only so many players who need it?
Maybe it's exactly, maybe it's one of those things where they have had Japanese localization, and what they have found is not only have they not grown in that area, but have declined, and it's declined to the point maybe where it just doesn't warrant the decision, to have it anymore. And maybe they would be better off putting those resources to another language where they actually have more players.
I can tell you for a fact that in Rookie Help Chat, I don't see a lot of Japanese. I see more Korean than Japanese, and I see a hell of a lot more Portuguese and Spanish than either of those two.
You see all the text inside of Eve, right? You see all the text inside of Eve. You see all of the forums and all of that kind of stuff, right? When you commit to localization,
well, so I think one of the other aspects here is that the Japanese localized client also dealt with its own like Nexicon points, which were how you gained a subscription value, or and it limited the marketplace for them as well for the microtransactions. So it might actually end up making CCP more money by ditching the third-party coverage there and actually moving to the English client in some ways, at least.
and
With
I
the
did
axing of
try
Nexon.
to get good.
With the axing of that company, the cost of a Plex has gone up $2 American for a Japanese player.
Oh,
I did hear
$15
from somebody that kind of brings it in parity with the exchange rate, though. So I don't know that that's entirely right, and I'm sure somebody can check that. But that's what I've heard from people.
Yeah, that is one of the things that they are also losing, is they're not going to be able to pay in yen. They're going to have to pay in U.S. dollars. But I did try to get either a comment or at least just sort of a generalization from CCP today, and neither of which could they give me. So I don't have that to give you. So I told him, I said, fine, I'll just go with my own facts. It ain't worth it. Alternate
There ain't
facts.
no news. Make it up.
I
Right.
think it is worth it though. Like, obviously, a lot of people play with our Japanese brethren, and it's obviously shitty to see them lose that localization. But at the same
How many? Can you quantify?
I know I've personally in my my small shitty like alliance past, I have flown with people of the Japanese. So yeah, I think it's worth. And if you look at that thread I linked, there's at least 20 pages of people saying, "Hey CCP, you should fucking support us." And whether they support them officially through Nexcon or whatever other like official Japanese company, they should at least support it through like either player run or not. Like I think that they should just continuously try to support them if best they can, whether it's through like Japanese ISD, Japanese GMs, etc. or not. But like I mean,
Well,
I mean, is there a cost? Is there a cost that that comes into play versus the revenues derived from that country? Or
there's
no?
always a cost for revenues. Yeah, of course. Like
You
should-
got
but is there a
to pay
time when
for
you draw the line?
translations for any CCP official communication, so you have to have on staff somebody who is multilingual and fluent in science fiction multilingual, which is not just I learned it from anime.
Correct. But I mean, they could also always go the I learned it from anime route, where they just hire a bunch of players who think they can use Google Translate or anime, I guess, translations or sci-fi translations to try and connect to those Japanese players. But as long as there's some effort like put forth from CCP, like that kind of like shows a lot to the Japanese players who have obviously invested a lot of time in this game, just like the rest of us.
Am I
There
a
is
bad
an
man
anime,
because I actually
madness.
want to create a character and select Japanese as the language just so I can feel like I'm in an anime once before the end of March?
There's actually
Yes.
an alliance.
I think you're a
that's,
cultural appropriator.
There's an alliance that's anime, by the way.
But yeah, I mean, look, this is not what would be nice, right? I mean, because what would be nice is if every player who played Eve had a client that was in their native language. It just comes down to, this was a decision that came out, of course, there had been discussion about it, several months ago now. I can't even remember when it first kind of came up as a threat, but yes, in fact, it appears to be shutting down at the end of the month.
I would assume that they've probably basically done a comparison between on their metrics of like how many people do we have actually playing from Japan versus how much is the cost of keeping it up, and is it worth it? Apparently, it's not. That's I mean.
By the way, Dirk, can you toss up the link to that? I want to read it and muse on it later on.
Yep, I'm going to drop it into Twitch chat now. And yes, people, it is Google Translate. That's the way it was freaking given to me. Let's
That
see,
was
I will
given
drop
by
it.
me, which was given to me that way as
Google
well.
Translate's so bad though. Like it seems like it's great until you see someone link you stuff in English that they put in their own language, and you're like, I get the gist of what you're saying, but that kind of makes it's not grammatically correct at all, and half the time doesn't make sense.
I'm going to say this, that this is a Google Translate of basically a web page, right? And it reads pretty damn clean. And holy shit, we got like 700 people here in channel right now. Are you like not in Twitch chat? No, like literally in the open comms. Like,
oh yeah. I keep having to drag the thing down.
You know, so let me just say, yeah, Blast Him to Hell's here, just hanging out. Mike Azariah has showed up, as as I said before, six-time candidate for the CSM, three-time winner before he retired.
Actually, I ran 7 times.
Sorry, seven people.
7, wow.
Sorry, 4 times before winning 3 and bowing out gracefully like a.
He's going for the Tom Brady.
True statesman. And then we've got Neville Smith. Neville, how you doing?
Hey, good. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, man, we can hear you all right.
5 by
Awesome.
5.
Now, while we're still on kind of the real news, we'll just take this for the next 12 minutes, and then we'll get on to the topic that I really kind of want to drill down into tonight. Today, CCP or somebody, I don't know who the hell it was, but somebody. So the Eve updates page, right, where you go to see what the new updates are. Well, apparently somebody dropped one out there for the summer of 2017, which should not have been going out there, and some people screenshotted this shit. So all of a sudden,
that was cool reading.
All of a sudden, all day long today, people are like, whoa. Okay. The big thing looks to be strategic cruiser rebalance. This is what it said. One of the most versatile hull classes in New Eden will receive a significant balance pass in this release, as tweaks are made across the board to strategic cruisers from all 4 empires of New Eden. So if you were wondering when it was coming, it looks like it's, based on this, looks like it's coming this summer.
I wonder if this was a tease for FanFest, because they usually announce their summer releases during FanFest. So this was what I was looking forward to, but yeah, I caught the tail end of the screenshot, which I thought was absolutely amazing to get it out this early.
Well, I know like the FanFest announcement stuff is supposed to be coming out next week or something. Or they're supposed to iron out all of their schedules and whatnot.
Yeah, their schedules, but they're not necessarily releasing some of this stuff. And if you were here last week to listen to the robust conversation regarding Rorquals and Graf calling me a potato head and shit, one of the things that we talked about in there was and it's been talked about in other places, not like we made this shit up or anything, but was the idea that maybe ships aren't where you always need to tweak. Maybe what we need to do is take a look at things like the resources that are out there and the respawn rates. The environment, the respawn rates of asteroid belts, where they are, how they're spread out, that kind of thing. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? One of the other things that are on this thing. Asteroid fields, rocks, thousands of them everywhere. Changes are coming to resource gathering in New Eden and the game mechanics behind the process. The chance to discover untold riches and explore the unknown in New Eden will become even more accessible with an overhaul of asteroid fields.
Just because you're right doesn't mean you're not a potato head.
That's right. No, totally still a fucking potato head.
Fucking potato head.
Well, in so thousands of rocks. So I'm wondering if they're gonna put, more asteroids of less minerals spread out. And because I remember something with there was something with the mining drone changes or the Rorqual thing that's going to affect it differently based on how close asteroids are or something. I thought I read that somewhere. I'd have to go back and read the stuff from
cycle time.
Well, there was the cycle time, but there was something with
so in the thing that they had announced as part of the Rorqual change and whatnot was there was going to be this thing, but that's going to be graphical. They're not changing the composition of belts or anything like that as part of the update that is coming March 13th or whatever the heck it is. But they were changing what it looked like out there because some of these rocks have now gotten too visually spread out, so they're going to, I think, increase them visually in size, but not in size of composition.
Yeah. I was saying distance apart from each other because I think it was the range of, I don't know if it was a certain type of miner or the mining drones, and it was something like it was going to affect ships based on how close or far away from asteroids they were, and I was wondering if maybe this might be something to play into that change.
No, I think that's something that's coming in March. This is something that is coming, potentially over the summer, and it looks like they are taking a full review. I'm hoping that that's what this all means. Is they're taking a full review of asteroid belts, regardless of where they are, and we'll see how that comes out. Another thing they have here: new player experience improvements, operations center. In an effort to further improve new pilot orientation and facilitate more structured learning, a new user interface will be introduced for the new player experience in New Eden, allowing rookie capsuleers to track their progress, review what they've learned, and choose more advanced areas of study. So more additions to the new player experience.
Yeah. Well, and Dak Elron's comment about, sorry to go back to the Roid thing, but if they're going to be releasing drilling platforms and stuff, it makes sense they're going to tweak the belts as well.
Maybe. I mean, that's assuming that drilling platforms have anything to do with that kind of mining, right?
Yeah, they might be moons.
Yeah, but now one of the things that got a bit of attention today, there's some stuff about the forums. There are many types of warriors in New Eden, but none are more persistent or verbose than forum warriors. A new system for the official EVE Online forums is coming soon, and with it, a whole host of new functionality that will enable capsuleers to share content and engage with each other like never before. But also a new chat system. In an effort to reduce load on the communications network in New Eden, a new chat system is scheduled to be introduced this year, which will improve scalability and ensure that capsuleers can keep in touch even when the Tranquility cluster is offline.
Oh, interesting.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
And of course, there's a
wonder
lot
if
of
that's gonna go
speculation there as
through
to
the
whether or not it'll go
Android
through the
app.
app. Yep. Yeah. I mean, so there's of course speculation as to whether or not you'll be able to chat through the app and things like that. So again,
That's my speculation, not knowledge.
Yeah. This is not a dev blog. This is a thing that either A, we're being rolled, right? And this was let out unintentionally but intentionally, or
You're saying that people in EVE would release false news to mislead somebody else? I'm
Fake news,
shocked.
baby.
Shocked, I say.
maybe they bought into the
Shocked.
whole fake news thing. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I think there's a lot of obviously Tech 3 cruisers is something that a lot of people have been talking about for a long time. The asteroid thing, I got to be honest, I think that's a bit of a surprise to me, because that is something I really didn't think that they would take a look at. I'm pleasantly surprised to hear that is what they're going to be doing. We'll see how it shakes out.
Hey,
So
Durfin.
I actually have a couple of quotes from source to be identified as somebody who would know that these are not necessarily related to FanFest announcements, and that they might could possibly not be involved in this year's plan at all. So from a source that knows is how they want to be identified.
Roadmaps are like that. It's nice to have these long-range plans, but the further away they are, the less likely they are. It's kind of like accuracy with a bow and arrow.
Yep. Now, all it said at the top was summer, right? So it didn't say summer 2017. It could be summer 2027. However, in the minutes there was discussion regarding Tech 3 rebalancing, right? So we know that is something that has been recently talked about with the CSM at the most recent summit in January.
There was also that really blank area with the near far future, which was a piece of the roadmap that they did not want discussed at any way in the minutes.
Yep. As well as the entire section on the mining platforms and things like that. So
They did also mention the forums and forums, and I want to say they touched on the chat in the CSM minutes, but
Oh,
I could
Falcon
be
has
wrong
said he
about that.
wanted to shoot forums out behind the shed for a long time. He's wanted them replaced.
I don't know that we need to bring back an official forums, in my opinion, but
you know what? There has to be an official forum. You can't just let it be out there in terms of Reddit, Twitter.
Yeah, make Coad great again. That's my platform.
I mean, Kugu is coming back, but still,
oh God,
Not coming
please.
back. It's back.
it's back, baby.
Kugu's
It's
back.
been Yep.
Kugu 2.0. Wear your forum condom.
Nah.
Nah, those cost too much.
But yeah. So, anyways, again, as with anything else, right? Even when a dev blog comes out, you got to take it for the fact that it may not come out. What's released may be different from what is said. I mean, all this kind of stuff that, who knows? Maybe some joker was just kind of putting this thing together and decided to put in there a thing about asteroid fields. Who knows? But right now, as Caleb said out there is some stuff that was in the minutes that kind of makes some of this stuff at least seem current with what was said. However, the big topic that I want to address tonight, that I want to get the people here talking about, is obviously we've got the CSM election. We've got 64 goddamn candidates. Jesus, we have got to find a way to limiting this a little bit. But the election is going to start on the 6th, so 3 days from now. 3 days from now, you'll be able to begin voting. I think there's something like 14 or 21 days or whatever the heck it is, in order to vote. To pick 10 candidates in your single transferable vote system, and then the results will be announced at FanFest. But one of the topics that has come up, and it comes up every year, or it comes up anytime something comes out of the CSM that makes it seem as though it was a plus to nullsec or a negative to highsec or whatever, is the nullsec domination. Now, we're not going to talk about the nullsec domination of the CSM because we know that it exists. Not in quite the way that a lot of people want to make it out to be, but the names that are on there tend to be more affiliated with nullsec than they do some other places. That being said, we do have candidates for that are running out of places like highsec and other places, wormholes, lowsec. Some of them are able to organize better.
Donald Trump, thanks for the $3.
Other areas are not. So what I wanted to do tonight, and this is not to pimp out the three guys on the highsec ticket that are here, but what I like about this is the fact that they have learned that what needs to be done is there's got to be some organization that goes on. So here we have a case of three guys who are representing different aspects of highsec that are getting together and saying, we're going to be the highsec ticket. So we're going to talk a little bit about the way that they're going to do that. But moreover, I want to talk about what is it exactly that it will take to organize smaller kind of disparate groups out there, not for how they play the game, which is what nullsec and wormholes and other groups out there do, right? But for how they can gain representation onto something like the Council of Stellar Management, so that they can stop saying, oh, Jesus, we never have any representation, let's do something about it. Because I'm almost at the point now where it's put up or shut up. So let's take this. I want the three guys from the highsec ticket, Toxic Yakin, Commander A's, and Rodin. How are you guys coming together in order to create a quote-unquote highsec ticket? How are you communicating out to people in your constituencies how they should vote? Is it just whoever they like more, vote them number one? Or are you coming up with a ranking of the three of them, the three of each other, for how you're going to handle that?
We are the highsec candidate, ticket, right? But at the same time, we do have our individual, areas that we play in. So we'd like to think that, at the end of the day, we can still draw back to our own individual constituents if we were actually running on our own. So for example, like right now, I probably have a little bit stronger support on the market side of things, and Toxic Yakin and Commander Ace definitely have like way bigger leads compared to me over the purely war deck communities. So we still have to go back and kind of fall back on our roots somewhat as we are moving forward with the candidacy period.
Now, okay, so I probably just talked too long before, but I do want to get down. Okay, yes, you guys have each got kind of what I'll call niches within a larger spectrum. I mean, for anybody out there that thinks that there is a highsec candidate, there is not. There is not one person who can cover all of the various types of play styles in something like highsec. There's not one person who can cover all of the various play styles within nullsec either. There's nothing different there. Geographic candidates are kind of like a ridiculous misnomer within the whole thing.
Too broad a brush to paint individual people.
Absolutely, yeah. But and maybe I missed it while I was doing a shot there. Sorry, but did you mention between the three of you? Are you saying vote for this person first, this person second, this person third, or is it just, hey, whichever one of us you like more based on your play style, vote for them 1 and the other one 2 and 3?
It's basically that. Basically, what we've done is we've come together to say every event that we go out and do, we're going to go and say Rodin, Toxic Yakin, Commander Ace. Those are the 3 names you want on your ballot. If you prefer the market, go with Rodin. If you prefer industry, war decks, NPE, various different things, pick candidates based on that. It's not about, who's necessarily first, because odds are 2 of us are going to get eliminated, but those votes, if the right ballots transfer, are going to come to us. And it's going to file down that the 3 of us, although we're running separate campaigns, will get the votes potentially for one of us to get on.
Now, Mike, let me ask you here. Based on your understanding of how the STV works, is that okay? Or are you better off with trying to line up as many number 1s on your, on a number 1?
There are 64 names on the ballot right now. As long as they get a decent spread, they should survive the winnowing of the first few eliminations. The run on this is going to take probably a couple of hours. Steve would be better to answer that one, but I think as long as they have a decent shuffle of the 3 votes towards them, that's probably a better tactic than sacrificing themselves heroically, like Roe saying, I'm first, and Commander A's and Toxic say, oh, all right, and he gets elected, and they know they're just playing spear carriers in this opera. It's best to have the shuffle as long as they get a decent number of high-sec votes between the 3 of them to all stay in the running so that they get past that first. I'd say about the first 10 eliminations will probably tell you who's going to be elected. After that, it's just the rattle down.
Yep. And for the record, I would have totally invited Steve Rnukin to be on here. Okay. However, Steve Rnukin will not do anything associated with Imperium News because, he's got whatever principles that he stands on. And even though this is not, a Matani show or whatever, he won't come on. So I don't even fucking ask him.
No, it's okay, but I still, I like all these guys here, Toxic, A's, and Roe, obviously, but I also like Steve Rnukin as another person who pretty much, he's got a bit of industry. Mainly, he's just the best guy for third-party apps and that sort of thing, and talking to CCP in the language of tech.
Well, I had a question about the.
You can say you like us too. I mean, you can say you like me. I mean, it's not like you haven't been on.
You're not running, Dirk. I'm just talking about the candidates
I thought you meant,
right now.
Why you were here?
No,
I'm only here for those guys.
I like you okay too. Even if you did slam me in that one article, it was fair play.
I thought it was fair.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
So,
I couldn't just go all in, Steve.
One of the things about our ticket is obviously it is just the 3 of us on there that basically have come together and vouched for each other, that we think that the other 2 would be a suitable replacement if it wasn't us. Now, all 3 of us also have the same opinion about incumbents, that there needs to be rotation regarding the CSM, and a lot of that comes into play when, for instance, we did not ask Fuzzy Steve to be a part of our ticket. So that
I
was
see.
part
So
of
if
our
I was
thinking.
running, I'd be off your list too, wouldn't I?
Oh, Mike, you would be on my list so fast you don't even know.
Well, I have a question for because obviously HiSec has the highest population, but also obviously I would probably safely guess that most of them don't vote, and a lot of them probably don't even know about the CSM period. What is the percentage? Well, I mean, not the percentage, but do you think that the amount of people in HiSec that vote is vastly less than the number of nullsec voters?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there any way to
Definitely.
get more people in HiSec to actually start voting?
Okay.
Other than just
In-game
spamming local chat?
broadcast tool. In-game
I want
broadcast
to
tool
reinforce
multiple
something
times.
that Dirk said though, and that is, you aren't a high-sec player. You aren't a low-sec player. This idea of geographical identity is false because a lot of the huge population of EVE is in high-sec, but that's because the low sec and null sec have high sec alts to do their trade, to do their shipping, that sort of thing. So you can't point at the accounts and say high sec didn't vote when we're players. We don't wear labels that go around. I don't have one that says high sec Care Bear on a t-shirt. I probably
the hell you
should.
don't. The hell you don't. You have a tattoo that says I'm a high sec Care Bear bitch.
But the thing with HiSec is it's also about the community engagement level. So of the people that aren't nullsec alts, it's important to note that those people are generally speaking less engaged in EVE politics because they have less of a stake in the game. For instance, if you live in nullsec, you're probably going to keep up to date on changing borders, on wars between the major bodies. Those are all things you're going to keep up on. If you run a mining corporation in HiSec and you don't do anything outside of that, those things might interest you when they hit the news, but otherwise you're not going to be looking at them for a main source of entertainment.
Well, yeah, I guess what I'm wondering, because a lot of people think HiSec is just like a this motherfucker say it's a HiSec is a single player game mode. I don't know that. I mean, there are lots of people that they log in, they do their missions or they do their mining. It's all just they do their own personal stuff and that's all they do. They don't care about the outside world of the game. They don't care about any of that stuff. But there's a lot of HiSec corps and there's a lot of HiSec industry groups and stuff like that that are obviously socially interactive with each other, and you would think that that they would want like the place where I know, Mike, they don't, it's not like they're confined to like one system, but they tend to stay in HiSec. And if you think that they would want their space represented in a way that, you know, there would be some kind of say for the changes coming up. And so you think that more of them would be out voting, and because it doesn't take time to vote. It's like 5 minutes if you know you're going for.
No,
Yeah,
that's the
but-
thing.
that's
HiSec doesn't vote because they're not, as you were saying, they're not participants in the social fabric as much as the null, who have people telling them what to do, and the low, which have organized groups and corps. A lot of HiSec doesn't belong to a corporation, and so they don't have that social connection to say, get out and vote.
Yeah, not only that, but there are fewer large corps in HiSec, of course. I mean, and the ones that are large, that have a large presence in HiSec, like EVE University, they deliberately maintain a neutral stance, because of their policy, not to have any favoritism against any of the other entities in the game.
Yeah, and at the same time, I'll take myself as an example. 99.9% of my EVE gameplay happens in Empire. But at the same time, I'm one of those like older fart players where I can take whatever CCP throws at me as far as a change in Empire. I mean, because I grew up in the game like that, So if you have players kind of like really bitter vets that are like, it doesn't matter what CCP brings. I will just learn to adapt to it. With folks that adopt that kind of mentality, I think more predominantly even in any other game, do players like that actually need to be represented in a body like the CSM, where they're just going to adapt anyway?
Well, I think if they want to influence the future direction of development and try to create some priority for things that make HiSec fun for people, then absolutely they should be represented. The problem that I see is I don't see how you get enough of the vote to increase to be able to draw enough votes to survive the block votes, candidly. I mean, so the question I have for the ticket, by the way, I applaud you for doing this. I think it's a fantastic idea. But how do you increase the overall vote total of those folks who primarily play in HiSec to even know that you exist and are willing to vote in the CSM election?
I mean, short of basically doing like legit grassroots, going out there into systems and talking in local and interacting with our own respective social circles, we don't have this, at least I can speak for myself, of course, we don't have this inherent organization to fall back on and basically rage ping for CSM stuff. Like, it doesn't exist, at least not for me. So to answer your question, I don't have the means to actually compete against null block candidates. I simply do not.
And that right there, okay, and that right there is the reason why I had the HiSec ticket as well as Mike Azariah and Neville come on tonight, because I think that is something where we need to talk, right? The idea that wormhole space, elements of low sec, but certainly nullsec are pre-organized for part of playing the game is a disadvantage that some other areas of space, namely HiSec, have. There is legwork that would have to get into organizing those groups out there. Yes, grassroots, connecting with other people within the HiSec area, or other people that have similar play styles to yours. Being able to connect with these groups. It almost takes forming a coalition party in a way where not everything you want is going to be the thing that gets represented, but something more along the lines of being true representatives of a broader base of people. And that's going to take some effort. I mean, I think that you guys are trying to kind of do it at a small, microcosm level this year that I have not seen necessarily done in the past. But the question is, what's the next level that we can take this to? And how can guys like Neville, okay, who I think has a voice out there, how can people like Mike, and quite honestly, I'd like to see Steve get involved with this as well, begin to draw on various disparate groups to create, whatever the hell you want to call it. I joke and call it the HiSec People's Party, but that's only because, I joke about shit like that.
Hashtag make Eve vote again.
Make Eve vote again. Well, because
that's actually a really good.
Because it's also about engagement engagement into the CSM process of people who are not engaged right now. I mean, in some ways, you can call these people, kind of like, I don't know what, HiSec people, these people that are not out there reading, listening to everything. Yeah, in a way, they're kind of the millennials, and you want to bring them on.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, so talking about those kind of built-in organizations, right, or organizational tools. There has to be some sort of way to compare that to actual in-game experience in Empire. Like in Empire, there's no fucking need to have like 10 fucking alliances be led by one guy in Empire. Like there's no point to that. So from an in-game perspective, there isn't that built-in reason to even come together at that scale.
I think the only reason for that would be war decks, but that's a very niche market already.
Well, I mean, there's not for anything but, do you want to actually have some representation of your play style on the Council of Stellar Management? There's no other reason for it other than that. This is not about, are they going to defend your pause or defend your Astra House or defend you from a war deck you or not war deck you. This is only about, do you want to work for representation on this thing that a good many of you might be prone to saying, grr, those terrible real money trading cartel nullsec people, simply because you can't find a way of making it happen.
Yeah, I want them to grr at me instead.
So I think the only way that it's going to work in long term, and this is looking beyond this election, but in the instance that this fails epically and all three of us miss out, that's fine. We'll look to build something better for next year. But we're going to need buy-in from significantly well-known people to make it work and build that type of coordination. The other thing that I really think would help in terms of getting the vote, getting people to vote, there's 64 candidates. Unless you are really into Eve, you're not going to listen to 64 interviews. Not that I think Matterall got 25 done, which is a crazy number because they were about 40 minutes long a piece. But nobody's going to listen to 25 interviews at the same time. Like, it's not a thing. You get people like us that will, because you do it at work, you do it at because you care about those things, but your general player base isn't going to do that. So I think what needs to happen is there needs to be filters on the voting page. For instance, filter by, does this person participate in X activity? Are they involved in industry? Are they involved in nullsec? Are they involved in are they a fleet commander? Are they, X, Y, or Z? So that you can filter those people in so that they can actually see what the representatives are in a quick, easy, filtered system that might turn 64 candidates that they need to research into, here's the ones I need to pick the best of those.
Don't you think that's kind of gameable though, potentially?
Oh yeah. Well, you get people like me who does wormhole industry, Tech 3 and Tech 2. You get people and moon mining as well, but live in high sec, and I'm in low sec, and I run Spectre fleets. I break barriers when it comes to that. So it's not a normal thing, but I do think that it would at least help create a semi-informed population for voting.
Is it possible to think about this from a party perspective, right? To where you're going to create a party, go out there, try and find other groups that might be interested. I'm not trying to build this towards, hey, guess what, guys? Next summer we're going to have the High Sec People's Party convention. It's going to be hosted in Chicago, and we're going to vote for who our nominee is. But it could be something along the lines of, you're part of Spectre Fleet. You have got a connection out there to a group of people that are quasi-organized for a certain thing, right? Neville is somebody that's got a voice of things. It doesn't mean that every person has to be a candidate. Some people just have to be effective at trying to move the party along and create the machine.
Dirk, I totally agree with you, but the math just doesn't add up. The key to this is to get more participation in the voting process and get a higher vote. I mean, the vote counts have been going down, and that's why we have more, concentration of votes for nullsec candidates. God bless them. They figured out how to make the system work. If we're going to get more folks, not just from nullsec, but from wormhole space, low sec, whatever the different playstyles are there, we've got to get higher voting counts, period, across the board. Then we can get a more representative set of candidates into the CSF.
Wouldn't you do that by trying to? We have a potential voter base out there, especially within the areas of high sec, which we know would require going door to door and knocking on doors and saying, hey, I hope you come out and vote this year. This is the traditional grassroots kind of thing. If what you want to do is say that, look, nullsec is one of the parties and wormholes are the other party, and high sec will forever be the Greens and Libertarians, then it is literally just giving up.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but in order for that to work, we would need to extend the campaign period significantly, and that's all we need.
Ugh.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the campaign should be in order to even try and make this happen. The campaign starts right now. The idea behind forming something and then working to go out there is over the course of the next year. You got a guy like Mike who will drive from system to system, handing out free ships to players in career systems out there. Guess what? That's kind of what it takes. It would almost
Although I wasn't doing that for votes.
No, I'm not saying for votes, but it basically takes a similar thing to even alert people to the existence of the CSM. Once you build some understanding, and maybe CCP needs to be better about how they alert people to even the existence of the whole damn thing.
Are you saying are you saying candidates going system to system running their campaigns It's like, all right, they're doing the polls. Like, all right, well, he's won Rennes, but we gotta see. So Dixie's got the swing vote on this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do right now when I'm hauling my shit and taking all this shit back to Gita, man. Like posting links, quick talks, boom.
You've got 64 candidates out there, okay? And let's be honest, 50 of them don't have a goddamn chance in the world, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they are completely fragmented. Three of their friends said
unknowns.
you should run, or they didn't even have friends and just thought this might be good for me as a person. Okay, I mean, what you need is, well, number one, fewer candidates, but more people not necessarily working to be the guy, but working to support people who have some commonality of interests.
Well, I mean, this is
like
too.
real
It helps
world.
to
This
have
is like
friends.
the most real world show we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, one thing. I mean, what do you guys think? Because I've definitely felt the fucking brunt of this shit. Should there be actual ways to limit even your attempt to be a candidate?
Well, I mean, they already have
It
like
didn't work out with that first hoop of getting a certain number of nominating signatures. It just got gamed and run down anyways, so they removed it.
How far back was that, Mike?
I'm the voice of the hoi polloi. doing a shot to the hoi polloi. You know what? Most people don't give a shit about this. I'm gonna be honest. Look, I'm not HiSec, but what I want to see is I want to see engagement. I want to see more people involved. Okay, especially in those places that claim to be underrepresented. If you're underrepresented, find a way of making it not the case.
Chats.
Yeah, I mean, we won the barriers, man. Fucking laziness and apathy. I mean, that's one of the key things as well. You know, trying to get past that, especially for that kind of place.
You know, I know this is a crazy, stupid idea, but on my one of my latest blog posts, I even suggested maybe during the election period, let's say it's 2 or 3 weeks or whatever it is, if you want to log in the game, you got to vote. And I know the CCP would never do
Australian
that.
rules.
I mean, if you exactly, you want to play the game, you want to log in, you got to vote, or at least elect not to vote.
Right. I mean, even just the ability to do that in game, holy shit, man! You know, vote in game.
That would be cool. That would dramatically increase the number, and of course, you get people who would just vote randomly just to log in, but. Still, that might even be better than what we got today.
I would rather have CCP put a pop-up every time that you log in, reminding you that there is a Council of Stellar Management and that these things are coming, and putting out some information and informing people out there before we get to that point. Because I know that they're never going to get to that point, but some of these other things might actually be able to be put in place in the meantime. But nonetheless, even if they do that, there has still got to be outreach. I swear to God, man, I'm sorry. I feel like a community organizer from Chicago, okay? It was just not my style. I am more looking to suppress your vote than I am to get you to come out, right? But I think it's finally time that these groups that claim that they don't have a chance under the current system recognize this is how it works. And if you want to be Jill Stein, okay, feel free, but just please stop freaking posting in forums about how you can't win if you have not tried to play by the rules that we know exist.
Well, because that's a good point, though. But as far as those rules are concerned, should CCP allow for a system that actually will foster diversity in its candidate pool?
I traded tweets with Guard on this, and basically what he says, CCP's position on this is that the CSM should represent the interests of those who care enough to vote, the most active players. So I don't know that they're looking for a lot of diversity, candidly.
Wow.
And
that hurts,
honestly,
Neville. That hurts.
And quite honestly, look, we had all of this stuff. Somebody said like 30 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago or whatever the hell it was, okay? This is such a conversation from 2009. This is such a conversation from the first CSM or the second CSM or the third CSM. This is the way it has always been, and it's the same cries and it's the same outcome, okay? Since it first happened.
Well, actually,
you got to find a way to change it.
Actually, Dirk, the first one, I'm sure, maybe the first couple. Mike, you might know better about this. The CSM was selected or appointed by CCP. There was no election.
Yep.
Well, that was
Caleb was in there, right?
That was pre-CSM. There was actually a kind of thing like the CSM before the CSM.
Actually, I have an idea, Dirk. What we need is an electoral college for the CSM.
Oh God, no,
Oh, God.
please.
You know what?
That means we have to
Let's
vote for the
do it,
electors and
baby.
then vote for the
I didn't win the popular
candidates.
vote, but I got in there anyway.
Voting once is enough for
We're
me.
gonna ram this motherfucker home.
Yeah,
I've been down the path on this, okay, and a lot of people out there have, okay, about how we can make this more realistic, right? We can create some sort of categories, districts, if you want to call them, all that kind of shit. The difference is this, though, right? If all of a sudden they created a slot and it was called the HiSec district, right? You would get a whole bunch of people that would sit there and go, "Oh yeah, I'm HiSec. Oh my God,
yeah.
I'll totally vote for a HiSec candidate." And then you know what would happen? Aerith would be the guy who got placed in that so that goons could load the fucking, because nobody cares what your zip code is in this game.
That's right.
Oh shit, your daughter must have got done with
the
Netflix or something. Your connection came back.
Oh, sorry.
You've
Was I
been
out?
roboting. Well, not bad, but like roboting for like 10 minutes, and now all of a sudden you're back to clear.
You can game any of those situations, and believe me, they will be gamed. All right. What we have here is, we used to have first past the post, right? Which was how many votes total you got. All right. They went to the STV, and that allowed for more diversification because of the way that it works out and the fact that you can pick people. And if you're first Gurk and he literally gets 3 votes, Jay McClain, Drayden, and well, he wouldn't even vote for himself, but whatever. Okay. He gets kicked out, and now your votes get to cast on to somebody else, right? They put that in. It is a way better game. I wish we had that this year in the Republican primaries in the United States, because that would have been way better. All right.
Oh yeah.
However,
I agree.
All right. However, all right, the STV is actually a very good system for kind of diversifying this stuff, but it doesn't mean that if all your base of support is like 300 plus 12 plus 4, sorry, you're not making it.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about this. So what would it take, Dirk, do you think? And I want to hear from the 3 candidates we have here on this, each of you. What would it take to rally folks who play primarily in HiSec? And I think that's more than 50% of the players out there, at least according to the stats that CCP Quant puts out. What would it take to rally the HiSec players to be aware and be motivated to vote for candidates that represent the kind of play style they're playing then?
Yeah.
Anger.
I'll tell you fucking what exactly. But they need to feel incentivized. So right now, I mean, does HiSec actually get CCP love? Hell fucking no. I mean, let's get real here. We all know that the development resources are incredibly limited, based on the size of the CCP. Are they? I don't feel like we're getting enough of a share that other spaces get, because let's be honest. It's kind of tough to market HiSec. It's kind of tough to get outside of the game news on HiSec. But at the same time, we need to be fostered as as that part of the game in order for that kind of stuff to happen. So it's kind of like a chicken and the egg kind of a situation.
Yeah, I want to hear from the other candidates too.
Sure. So for me, I'm actually kind of on Dirk's side. I think that part of the best way to foster more support for voting for the CSM is going to be through slogging it and just kind of talking to as many people as you can. Because I've personally found that even if people don't entirely agree with everything that you're saying, everything you're standing for, is that sometimes just coming down and spending an hour talking with people and hearing their concerns and taking the time to understand their perspective it goes a long way for a lot of people. And kind of going out there and trying to educate people is gonna help. And for me, I know there's only 3 days left in campaign season before election starts, but I've still got almost a whole month left to still get as many damn votes as I can.
And yeah, I mean, look, we're not trying to recreate the wheel here. All right. I wanted to have this. The reason why I asked Mike Azariah to be here tonight and Neville, all right, is because I think these are people that can also be voices. Once again, you don't necessarily need to be the candidate. Being the power behind a throne, or kind of knowing that the legacy that you're leaving for EVE Online might be what is a very difficult thing to do, and then making it happen. I mean, those of us who are out there in the Eve media, we should all support this. Whether we actually come from nullsec, okay, which we know is already organized, and we're going to vote the way that we're going to vote, or we're not. All right. Maybe as the Eve media, we get behind a push to try and broadcast out there and say, hey, look, HiSec, you need to be looking out for yourselves. Join the party.
Well, another thing too.
Mike Azariah can be out there going, hey, don't forget, get behind this.
Well,
okay?
I mean,
also, I think that's in part what's
that's
happened.
What grassroots is.
I think that's in part what's happened. And I think that Eve politics and HiSec are going to start looking like they do in the real world, where you start seeing people that aren't the candidate out there shilling and stumping for the candidate that they want. Like right now you can see Doom Chinchilla is pumping Dan Cool hard right now. You can physically see that in any media that you use. He's out there doing that. That needs to happen for HiSec candidates. They need to have those connections that they can connect with and go, hey, my campaign starts in January. I need your help in making sure that the word is out there, that people are getting the links to the content so that they can hear me or one of the other people on the ticket talk. There needs to be centralized places to get that information and easy ways to access it. But most importantly, it's getting other people out there than just the one candidate. And that's kind of the approach that we've taken on a small scale between Toxic Rodent and I on, whenever we go out there, we're not just out there for ourselves. We're out there to make sure that the three of us get a name mentioned somewhere. And so somebody goes, hey, I liked what this guy had to say, but in case he doesn't get on, I also respect his opinion enough to vote for these other two guys.
I heard that if you send Doom Chinchilla, my man, some command destroyers, he might pimp your shit too. You never know.
Jackdaws.
You send him enough command destroyers.
Yeah, but then you get into buying votes and rigging elections and.
Hey,
and nobody's trying to bob on this shit, okay?
I don't know. I think between the three candidates that we have in here, I think we likely have been on more press events than the rest of the field.
I was about to say that.
Well, and as Mike will tell you, okay, during his first 4 years of Mike was on like a 4-year, I'll go on anything. I really don't care. I'll go on this show back when it was fucking nothing. Okay. And then like it became nothing.
And I became known.
Exactly.
To be fair, if you invite Mike on your show, you're fucking asking for disaster of technical difficulties.
He does bring that kind of shit with him. But you know what? It's, we've been saying for a long time, right, that for any candidate out there, you've got to have a body of work. You've got to have something that people can look back to and say, this guy didn't just show up 2 months ago, write a forum post, and is now doing podcasts. That there's got to be something out there. We don't care. We don't care if it's a blog where you're just kind of giving out your thoughts, or like, really, deep freaking pieces on one of the media sites or whatever, or you're a well-known FC. But you got to have something that people can kind of sink their teeth into. But when it comes to folks that are coming from less organized places of the game, there is another step to that. And that is finding some kind of organization that you can latch onto. And being an individual candidate is extremely difficult. So you may need to team up with somebody else. It may not be you. You may be the better choice. You may not. When it comes to, look, both of us have an idea here. Both of us have some common interests. We have some uncommon interests. When you look at HiSec, right, and especially with something like the HiSec ticket, there are people on here who are pro War Deck. There are people on here who are, kind of anti-war deck. I mean, things like war decks are like, the abortion of, it'd be like getting like a hardcore Republican and a hardcore Democrat together over something like either guns or abortion, right? But what you do is you find some common ground. You understand. Toxic Gakin said it last night on the roundtable that we were having, that, there was a time when all I cared about was what I thought about war decks. And I realized that I need to think about what they think about war decks too, because jamming through one perspective is not going to be how it works out when you're dealing with CCP, nor in trying to get elected.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot.
Go ahead.
Oh.
So, I mean, one of the things too that you mentioned, like kind of like this very polarizing activities, even just within HiSec itself, and it doesn't help to find that common ground when those types of mechanics remain broken, because you're gonna have guys that are literally entrenched. They will die in this fucking trench that they have placed themselves in, pro or against whatever.
Well, at least they're already in a trench.
And yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, even just in the War Deck Discord that us three hang out in, there's some dudes in there that ain't gonna fucking budge. They're not fucking budging, and getting across to those types of people, it takes an incredible amount of charisma. Really, it gets down to charisma, because we don't have the in-game stuff to actually back up, to back up or counter whatever it is that they've dug themselves into.
Yeah, and it really is, in part, and I think probably the best example of this on the current CSM is you have to become a candidate that, regardless of your playstyle, is viewed as somebody that at minimum takes the opinion seriously of not just their constituents or the block that they're in, but also others. So like Jintan, for example, despite the fact that he plays as a not red, don't shoot play style, and that's not for everybody, he's still widely viewed across the board as somebody that is respected when it comes to the CSM and representing not just his playstyle.
Yeah, I have to give CSM 11 high marks for doing their best to represent all the different players and playstyles in EVE. Even though most of them, play most of their time in nullsec. So, I mean, kudos to them.
Yeah, I mean, are we, like Dirk mentioned, this is such a 2009 fucking conversation piece, right? Have we gone to the point where, it doesn't even really matter where the candidate's from geographically, because we've noted that geography doesn't really matter. Is it okay? Is it acceptable? Is it preferred for a guy who can get on the ballot, regardless of where he is, where he hails from, his background, as long as he's able to look out for high-sec related issues or low-sec related issues, etc. Those types of kind of forgotten gameplay styles and shit.
Yeah, I think here's my concern, and thank God we had a good, well-balanced, fair-minded group of folks on CSM 11 this year, and a lot of them are running again. So I have high hopes for CSM 12. But my concern is that as the voting population continues to diminish, and more of those votes are controlled by nullsec block votes, then the potential for abuse and for misrepresentation and for bad advice to be given to CCP increases. So, Dirk, I applaud your efforts to try to organize and motivate people to get more representation and more diversity of different playstyles on the CSM. Candidly, I mean, those of us in the media have been trying to do that. I mean, but the best we can do, let's be honest, how many folks can we reach with something like this? Maybe a few thousand at best. We're going to need to have some help from CCP to publicize and drive a higher number of people to actually vote in the CSM election to get that diversity.
I mean, not just vote, right? To take enough interest in, because what we don't want we don't want ignorant voters who are like, they're like, well, I'll vote, but damn, I don't know who any of these damn people are, right?
Agreed.
We want people to take an interest in their own interests. And that requires them to, number one, know that it's happening. Number two, know that there's information out there. Number three, know that they should go out and seek that information out, just like they should for so many other things related to this game. Well, and then ultimately vote.
Well, and that's one of the things that, like you were saying, like CCP is gonna have to help you, and I think that it's just awareness is. I mean, that's not going to bring in everyone, but it will definitely enhance the numbers. But the thing is, like, the people that are oblivious to this stuff happening are not going to find out by going out on the internet and finding this stuff. You know what? They're not going to go to the forums. They're not going to go to all this stuff. There needs to be an in-game thing, some kind of either advertisement or something saying, like, CSM elections are coming up. This is what the CSM, and not just on the launcher, because a lot of people don't read the launcher. They just like open the game, click login on this guy. They don't read the side stuff. It needs to be something in the game, maybe in the ship hangar, I don't know, somewhere that says CSM elections are coming up. These are some of the candidates. Maybe have like clickable links to the candidates page on their platform, like links to the voting site itself, like something in-game client. I mean, that's not going to bring in everyone, but like that would
bring a friend to the polls. I mean,
give. I don't know if they should give rewards for voting. Maybe.
I mean, look.
A ship skin. I voted.
All of this idea that, you know what, there were like, 1.6 accounts per player and all that kind of stuff. We all know that once you're outside of that high sec realm, generally you definitely tend to have more accounts and things like that. But all of us have characters that are in NPC corps, right? There's a lot of people in there. Some new players, some very old who are doing things kind of on their own. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to like say, hey, by the way, do you guys know there's a CSM? And I know that the people that are out there listening in the world right now, okay, that's not going to be them. They're not going to be the ones that are doing that. But some of us, if you are actually interested in this for more than just yourself, if you're actually interested in creating something that might be bigger than just, hey, I ran for CSM and lost, okay? Or even if you freaking got on by the luck of the, McLean Irish or whatever, right? What did that do, though? Were you the Messiah high sec candidate?
Did you just assume
that only
his
comes
heritage?
once in a while?
He knows my heritage.
Yeah, exactly. That only comes
How
once
dare you
in a while.
invoke the name of my people?
Yeah. Well, hold on. You know what? Because this game needs a St. Patrick. It needs somebody who will lead the snakes to the polls.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Or just
Saint
get
J.
drunk and pass
McLean.
out.
I love Mike. I do. Okay. I loved Steve as a third-party app candidate. I do. The fact that he's been given the mantle of high-sec candidate is false. However, okay, I like him. But you can't continue to rely on the one Messiah candidate that's supposedly carrying your message. You've got to be able to find a way of coming together and organizing and doing the legwork. And maybe you don't get the glory out of it, but at least you know what you've done? You've built something in this game that never existed before. That's been a challenge for EVE players for years. This may be the last challenge left in this game.
You're probably right, Dark, to be honest with you. I mean, it's such a mountain of a barrier, though, isn't it? But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, is there enough value in carrying on with this, honestly and truly?
I don't know. How much do you want to go to Iceland? That's all I want to say.
I guess that's what it comes down to, right?
I'm kidding.
Me
That's not why
personally,
you should be doing it.
yeah, I mean, me personally, like, speaking just for myself, I don't care if I get on, but I really would like the things that I care about be somewhat in focus. That's all I care about. It doesn't have to be me. I just want the shit that I care about to be fucking to matter to some people.
And when you look at 64 candidates running for this, you know what it tells you? It tells you that there are 64 people out there that think the only person that can carry their interests forward is them.
Yeah,
they've got no idea of what it really takes to work together for a cause, and that's kind of wrong. I mean, that is not a winning strategy, and it is why your neighborhood never gets rebuilt.
That gentrification, man, that shit's important.
But anyways,
Shizumi 2 months.
Yeah.
It's going to be even tougher though
I'll
to get
take
the
a shot,
kind of diverse election result you're talking about. I mean, with the reduction of CSM from 14 to 10, if we have the same number of people who voted last time, which was a very low turnout, even Steve Renukin won't make it.
We
Yeah.
just
That-
got
that-
a $50 donation from Freighter 109.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, he says,
I mean,
enjoying the
shot
show tonight.
time.
Yeah, enjoying the show tonight. Thank you all, and good luck to the CSM candidates. Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Yeah, we'll
buddy.
do a shot.
Yeah, we will definitely do a shot to that. Mr. McGurk,
I'm
you
gonna
know
have
what?
to go get another beer.
I'm not even
Right.
calling it right now, but you know what? You're going to pick up that. And you're going to do a shot for what I'm going to call in a little while. You're going to do a shot. We just got a $50 donation. We just got to grab your cinnamon flavored freaking Fireball. It's Fireball, for God's sakes. No, come on.
Hell
come on.
yes.
Come on.
Do it.
But I don't know
Something's
if my
gotta
mic
pay the
came
bills
through. Did
right
my
now.
mic come through on the stream? Fuck, I don't know. I didn't have the OBS window active, so it might not have.
But whatever. You know, I'm actually.
If it wasn't
glad that
active,
somebody
thank
out there
you
really likes it.
for the
You know,
$50
most of the
donation.
time, people are like want to pay us to go off air and shit. So like, here we go. Shuts up, people.
Yeah, shots.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
but-
Thank you.
But building on what Neville said, you know, even in this environment, if Steve, as much of a institution as the man is, you know, if he has a hard time getting on and it becomes a no joke, all null CSM 12, will that actually be the catalyst for a change? Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
See that.
Here's a question, right? Here's a question. Is Steve a candidate with valid support, or is Steve the kind of messiah type situation where what people think is, well, he got elected before, he doesn't quite represent my high sec interests, but something kind of semi close to it, and he's really the only hope for us because he's the Luke Skywalker right now of high sec.
I mean, I can only
That
speak for.
that does not build for the future, because if Steve like decides to retire in 10 years,
I'm
from
sorry,
being on
but
the
Luke
CSM,
Skywalker was a fucking terrorist.
well, I'm just saying. All right, you know, if Steve all of a sudden says I'm no longer running, guess what? The name recognition goes with him, and therefore you're building from the ground up. You build an organization. The front man you have is important, but what's more important are the connections out into the community.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, I did not get a feel for the potential power.
My wife heard porn
I
in the
heard
background
that.
too.
Is there
I'm gonna say
porn
right now,
going on
somebody's
back there,
getting
man?
banged in your background.
I heard that.
Oh man.
That was great.
Was it me?
That sounds sexy.
That
in your
wasn't you that
background,
made
bro.
that sound, but
Oh shit! Dark.
See how red my wife's cheeks are getting?
Smack
I-
those
There it
cheeks.
was.
I
No,
heard
that's the
that.
booze.
I heard that like an hour ago, and I wasn't gonna say anything, but that one was loud enough that I was like, I know I heard that one.
Yeah, I thought I heard that. I'm glad I thought I was imagining things.
Oh man, I must be really deaf. I ain't hearing shit.
It's only came right behind you.
I'm totally derailed right now. I'm totally derailed. Oh wait, I got it back. I got it back.
Yeah, I was about to be like, don't worry, Rodin. I got you, bro.
Thanks,
for
Jake.
loading.
I get it now. These high sec candidates, it's the subliminal ticket. I get it. That
Right,
works.
right. But you know, one of the things that I have been a witness to is the power of just the people that are in Empire, man. There's some pretty powerful fucking people here, but at the same time, it's just tough to mobilize. It's just really tough to mobilize, and I'm not sure what it's really gonna take. If this is just the beginning and we need to move forward from here, which is basically what's gonna happen. I'm not sure how much work we're really gonna need, because I don't think there's a precedence.
Yeah,
You know, I think if you're going to get if you're going to have a high sec candidate that gets a lot of votes, it would have to be someone with a lot of charisma. I mean, I think of somebody like a Kariba,
Yeah.
or a Mincy or something like that. There's just not that many. I mean, Mike built up that charisma over a long period. I mean, shit, how many times did he run? 7 times?
Yeah.
We gave Mike that. We gave it to him. If there weren't podcasts, nobody knows who Mike is.
God, he built that reputation over a long period of time, and I think that's one of the things you're saying here, Dirk, is
He did the legwork at
Absolutely.
the time that was necessary. But look how long it took him, right? It took him as an individual 4 years, okay? And at the same time that he was on there, Steve was kind of the next guy in that, that came in. Steve came in as a third-party app, niche candidate. But honestly, when Mike retired, okay, or took his leave from, I don't know, he keeps talking about how he might be coming back or whatever, right? Steve got a number of votes that transferred over to him, I personally think, okay, as being the heir to Mike's kind of, high sec franchise. But we
Yeah.
can't keep doing that. We can't keep going with this whole idea of there will be another messiah that can fall in there. We have got to find a mechanism by which more, because again, when people talk about Steve, right? Third party app is the big thing, and everybody knows he is entirely valuable at that, right? As far as industry goes, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's better motherfucking industry people out there. As far as other
Yeah.
parts of HiSec go, way better people out there. As far as HiSec, sorts of market or whatever. Steve is a good guy. Don't get me freaking wrong. But if he were to literally find his way to going and playing, I don't know, Call of Duty tomorrow or something like that, and not want to mess with this, who would be the next guy that takes over for him? That's not going to happen unless people coalesce into something that can work together, find a way of saying, you know what, your interests are similar to my interests. How about we work together? And this is it's not just two people either. How can we work together to say, you know what, the interests of the people that live in this space or this area or whatever, how can we find a way of just having those views represented? Nobody has to go in there and bang their fist on the table and go, you know what, war decks need to die tomorrow. Nor do they need to, be too powerful tomorrow. Nor does industry and HiSec need to be it's just about having a foot in the room, right? Where they claim they don't have it today.
Yeah, I mean, but when you are trying to get a hold of those very, very, very separate groups, when you're in the thick of talks and engagement with them, it's incredible. It's incredibly tribal. You know what I mean? Like market dudes versus war deck dudes versus I'm a mission runner versus I'm an incursionist. There's
better find a way to compromise. Better find a way to compromise.
And that's really
at
the
least
trick.
with. Hold on, we're not even talking here about compromise in terms of the sense of, you know what, if you give me this, I'll give you that, and we'll meet in a middle ground, right? All we're talking about are views being represented. If you are somebody who can sit there and say, look, from my point of view, I really like the way war decks work in this way. However, from the people in my constituency, they are concerned about this, and this, right? All representation is about representing views. We are not electing people who the only thing that they know is what they know. They are supposed to be representing somebody out there. And when you get into the nullsec groups, they've already got their mindset. If you're the fucking grunt in some nullsec group, believe me, that guy is not representing your shit by and large. He's representing what he thinks. All you think is that he thinks what you think, kind of. In HiSec, it's literally about reaching out into the community and saying, what do I need to represent forth here? That's why it's so much harder. This is like crazy stuff, but it's really kind of real.
Yeah,
it's really kind of real. You should quote that. It's really kind of real.
TM.
I hate to throw a blanket
Usually
statement
that's
out,
unusual.
but it just seems like a lot of the people that are in the HiSec region just aren't interested. Like
You're right.
They
True,
do their
right.
thing, and there's no amount of changes to the game that are going to mess up their gameplay enough that they really care about going out and voting. Because
when you joined this game in the first year, did you know that podcasts regarding this game existed?
No, I didn't.
Nope.
No.
But I joined a corp in HiSec. They moved out to nullsec, and then once I got out there, that's when I started being and people like, hey, check this out. Oh, you got to sign up for TeamSpeak. Go here. Check out and then it's like. And now I'm not saying that doesn't happen in HiSec. I mean, I'm not trying to say like the HiSec are all, robots, but I'm just saying the stereotypical HiSec member that just logs in, plays their game, does their own single player thing, and that's all they care about. I don't think they'll ever care about the CSM. I don't think they'll ever care about any of this stuff. They just want to log in and do their stuff, sell their shit on the market and call it a day, but I know that's not. I wouldn't say that's the majority. I wouldn't even say that. That's not the majority of HiSec players, though, which is what's weird. because the majority of high sec players are usually in corps, doing stuff with other people, interacting and being socially active. And so why are they not interested in getting involved in this stuff to, either to have a say, or not necessarily have a say, but have an idealized effect on, what it is that they do?
We shouldn't assume that they don't care, okay? We shouldn't assume that just because your child is growing up in a poor school system that you don't care, okay? We should assume that, what if I told you that there was a better way and they didn't know what the better way was? Don't just assume that because, you know what, they're poor, they chose to be poor.
I didn't say anything about wealth. Some of these people I'm talking about could be very rich.
I know that you are.
And the poor kid in school, that's the parents' choice. There's so many things wrong with there's so many things with what you said that doesn't correlate to what I said at all.
Dangle is escaping.
Check your nullsec.
I'm saying the guy that works at
check your nullsec privilege.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, the guy that works at the video rental store, if those still exist, and he's just like, you know what, I'm good. This job is enough for me. That's all I need. And it's like,
there's
no
way
that's
I
cool,
can make more than $6 an hour.
But it's like, if he's like, this is what I'm doing and that's all I care about, then you're not going to get him to care about Hillary or Trump.
He's gonna a universal high sec income push through high sec candidates.
Is something that I believe can actually be a platform in EVE. That we
can we do that?
Lieutenant Dan Extreme 18 months.
Wait. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, high sec candidates. Can we get a universal basic income for high sec?
We should redistribute the
ESP. 18 months.
It's like
18
the rest
months
of
goes to Matani, $18 goes to us.
It's like the rest of EVE. You got to work for money. There's no universal shit going on.
Yeah, but going back to what Drayden was
saying,
you're a
monster. You don't care about the poor people of New Eden. How dare you, sir?
Fucking biplex, bro. Fuck.
Dirk brought up the wealth thing. I was not talking wealth. I was talking level of interest, not level of wealth.
I know what everybody here needs to realize is that one day, if you don't take the high sec vote seriously, it will rise up against you with machetes in space.
Rise up.
Well,
can I get an amen?
Or it'll just mine for shit at 1 ISK per trit and like not know what it's doing.
So on that topic though, high sec, it feeds every other part of the game. So having a healthy high sec is actually in the best interest of every nullsec group for their recruitment efforts.
Because let's not get totally carried away by that, but I will give you that it is part of the symbiotic kind of relationship that exists in a well-groomed kind of universe like this.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're slowly but surely breaking away from that nullsec alliance, high sec alliance, though, aren't we?
Did you just say groomed? Are you talking about pedophilia now? Is there pedophilia in
No,
high sec?
I'm not
Is there
talking
a
about
pedophilia problem.
I've
not been in the newbies channel
in
a long time, but
pedophilia
I'm pretty sure it's not happening.
in high sec?
How does grooming? It's like,
are people grooming new players?
Wait,
it's too early in the night to get me to say yes,
is the
but no.
space pope involved?
Oh,
how high does it go?
Yeah, how high does it go?
Good lord!
Jay, tell us where you were touched. Anyways,
point on the Mackinac where the Batman touched you.
In the
look,
no-no
we've
spot.
been talking about this for a while, and I will definitely give me your bottle, baby. Let me pour you.
It's 10:30. It's time to not be so fucking serious.
It is 10:30. I want to give everybody an advanced shout out. Okay, that again.
It's time for Dirk to shine.
I'm gonna repeat what I said at the beginning of the show, that there are a number of high quality Fridays during the show this year. One of which is St. Patrick's Day coming up in 2 weeks. Okay, so I expect everybody here to wear green. I expect Mrs. McLean to dye her hair blonde. And
good luck with that, bro.
And she says,
you know what? We're gonna have a good time. Well, we don't call it Cinco de Mayo anymore in America because by executive order we now have to just call it the 5th of May. But we will be drinking things like imported goods over the border from like Corona and Dos Equis and stuff like that.
We actually wanted to call it Cinco de Mayo, but Skeptic Nerd Guy said Nerd Guy said he would ban our sorority if we wore sombreros to our party.
Exactly.
So
we can't do that anymore. Might have something to say about that too.
But what I am going to say this: my birthday's in September. It's on a Friday, so therefore it counts. However, my wife's birthday was 2 days ago, March 1st. Okay, so I want to wish her a a happy birthday, baby. I love you. I love you so much that I wished Grath Telkin a happy birthday that day before you.
Yes, you did.
And I feel bad for that.
Damn, Dirk.
Happy birthday, Kate.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
It's out there on Twitter. Somebody's like, "Oh yeah, wish Grath I didn't know what Grath's birthday was, right? Somebody said, "Oh yeah, make sure you wish Grath a happy birthday. It's his birthday day." So I like tweeted it out, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, it's my wife's birthday."
Jesus,
couldn't pull it
Jared.
back.
So
So whatever.
bad.
You know what?
And he even tweeted it, so I got it in writing.
I tweeted out that I made a mistake. Oh, I tweeted out that I made a mistake to Grath. I didn't link my wife's name in it, so she got it right away.
But I
Another-
saw it.
Yeah, she saw
What'd
it.
you buy her? How'd you make up for that?
So
Tomorrow night, we always do our birthdays on weekends, you know, so it's
Yeah,
like
I'm the
tomorrow
same.
night we're going out and, you know, I'm going to take her to like Olive Garden and like buy her like a garlic bread, you know, Parmesan instead of just regular garlic bread.
Wow,
Yeah,
go
it'll
all
be good.
out.
Oh my God, dude. Cheese on
Baller
anything
status.
makes it good.
Oh, you know how to treat a woman, Dirk.
I'm going to tell you right now, for those of you who have met my wife out in Vegas, she is like, well, you all know she's the better part of me.
Yeah. She's the responsible
That's a
side.
fucking fact.
That's an understatement.
I second that.
She keeps all the responsibilities in check. Dirk just smothers himself in barbecue sauce and goes to bed. And
Oh god.
exactly, he's a
Passes
mess.
out.
Well, here's the question though: why are we
He is a
settling for the
frickin' hot
shorter
mess.
end of the McGurk stick?
Well, I am shorter.
Well, she is like literally the shorter end of the McGurk
You
stick.
are literally
Okay?
shorter.
I mean, honestly, when you get married, if you marry somebody exactly like you, you're doing it wrong because you are like not gonna last. You marry the person who complements you, right? So I'm tall, she's short. I'm fat, she's thin. I'm funny, she's
I'm funny.
still short
Funnier.
and thin and good looking.
nice cover.
Honey, I love your shoes. Anyways, you know what? I'm doing a shot. I'm doing a shot to my wife. Happy
Finish
birthday,
that
baby.
statement.
Happy birthday, baby. I love you, Grath. Apparently, you have the same birthday, so happy birthday to you too.
Happy birthday, Miss McGurk and Grath. That potato head.
Man, that was a rough day. I felt bad for wishing Grath a happy birthday that day.
The rage came out of nowhere. I mean, that you're bound to expect that with Grath, but damn.
I called him a grouchy old fuck that day.
Terrible.
Of course he is.
Terrible.
Of course he is. He's a grouchy old fuck. But you know what? He's Grath. He's Grath. He's part of Eve.
He's like
an
0 to
Eve
60
legend.
in 2 seconds.
So many Eve legends. What will we do when we create the Arlington Cemetery of Eve legends?
Hold on, with legends, I told Apothony that he's a tiny little legend. He's a tiny little legend in his own right.
But he's bigger than Sutonia, Jintan, and Reload, though, right? I mean, like he's still
In terms of the legend, but not in I don't think size.
I think it's the scale. I think the shirts make him look smaller than he is.
He's
Or maybe
growing
they
up
make him look
before
bigger
our
than he
eyes,
is
where
because he
they're,
fills
like,
them
still
out.
kind
He
of,
is.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
He's like a little man now.
Apothony's been around for several years. The rest of them, it's like they just popped out of nowhere. They're like little mulligans. Well, I use that golf term, but like, yeah, I just thought it was like kind of Britishy.
Where did the mulligan come from? That's a good question.
Don't know. We haven't gotten there yet. But here, one of the things I want to ask for, is Mike still around? Oh my God, did Mike fucking leave?
Oh, apparently Apothony says he's older than all three of them.
Mike left.
Well, he
And
is
he's
older
taller
than
as
all
well.
three of them.
Well, Jin Tan's a kid.
And he's blonde.
Well, I can call him a kid now. I wouldn't have 10 years ago, but
You know what? I wish Mike was here because Mike has been hinting at running again, which I'm sorry. Damn it. It's not just a term limit thing with me. I'm sorry. Once you have spent a number of years on there, that's it. Done. Let fresh air into the goddamn fucking room, which everybody knows that who has been to a CSM meeting in Reykjavik, that fresh air needs to be let into the room because those bitches stink. All right. But Mike should work towards something bigger than just becoming the guy again. Okay. Steve should also work towards something bigger than just being the guy again. He has got influence on the third-party app side. The rest of what he does, not relevant. What we need is fresh air in the room, but also in these areas that are underserved, whether they be high sec, whether they be elements of faction warfare, legitimate faction warfare. What we need are people who are willing to represent these areas, as well as, if you want to be represented and you're listening to this, you should be out there working to find other people who have no idea CSM exists or what candidates they should vote for. Grassroots, people. This is what the Council of Stellar Management is about. You have got to get out there and work for it. Take away those votes, at least a couple. You're not going to like capitalize on the whole thing. Just take back a couple that can benefit you in your play style.
Wait, what's this?
McLean, why are you doing that, man? Why are you doing that, man? Why are you Obamanizing me?
Hold on, Toxic was just saying to T. I'm gonna say this.
You shut up and you just stay in your place, White Devil.
You saying CCP Falcon just said that that the stuff on that page wasn't a leak. It was a few cards were published early without images. They were rolled back and will be going out properly on Monday.
Well, what?
It was on Twitter.
So
he just totally said asteroid belts are totally changing on Monday. Fuck you, bitch.
No. He's saying that
Maybe.
the announcements that came out and everyone's like, "Oh, it's a leak," and they screwed up and they pulled them. He just said that was something that was supposed to come out on Monday as like announcements.
He said it was fake news.
Because
not a
on
leak.
Yeah, fake news. It's fake news.
Because whenever they put out news on Mondays or whenever the hell it is, they always do it in this little blurb kind of update summer of whenever format. Maybe.
I don't know if I'm buying.
I don't give a shit. All I
guys
care about
It sounds like damage control to me, but
fuck with asteroid belts. High sec, low sec, and null sec, and probably that wormhole stuff too.
I mean,
hey Jay.
Hey, what?
Listen, bro. You know I love you, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, you and I have like a relationship in this game that like goes back to like, I decided to take a step out of my house when I had PTSD and Dirk was there for me.
he told me about this. The ring's coming out, Jay. Get ready.
Oh, nice.
Look, Mrs. McLean needs to say one word tonight. My wife keyed up and laughed.
She has. She just can't hear your fucking fat ass mouth.
Casey always hears my fat ass mouth. All right.
Kate, where's my nuggets? Kate, where's my nuggets?
Okay, my nuggets.
My sandwich. You gonna make me a sandwich?
Where's my nuggets, Kate? Where's them nuggets?
My nuggets. Get them nuggets, Kate.
I know, it's so sickening.
The four of us last year. Okay, so like the first.
Kate, we're on a hill. I'm rolling down the hill. Kate, rolling down the hill.
The two wives.
I
The
gave
two
my
wives.
nuggets to the dog.
The two.
Disgusting.
You gave my nuggets to the dog. That is bullshit. Okay,
I did.
so like these are memories of Eve Northeast last year. Okay, and it's like I literally bought like a 20-piece chicken nuggets like for like a spare, like for that moment in the time of the night where it's like, damn, all I need is boxed chicken with like semi coating on it or whatever. Okay.
24 hours
came back.
I'm
There
giving
were
them to a
4
dog.
left. She's like, "Oh yeah, I was feeding the dog." It's like, what the fuck?
So
what
hold
the
on.
fuck?
So-
Those were important, baby. Those were prepper material.
So we're sitting there and we're in our tent and it's nighttime and everybody's going to bed and they're in the tent next to us and we just hear, "Kate, where's my nuggets, Kate? Where's my nuggets?
Oh god.
What did you do with my
1,000
nuggets?"
degrees in the tent. I'm like, you can't eat those. You're gonna get sick. So I gave them to the dog. He freaked out. Everybody in the campground knew we had no nuggets.
You know what? And it was bad. You know what? I've forgiven
We
her
couldn't
about
break
that.
the news to you, Dirk. We couldn't break it to you. We knew you'd
Well-
be really upset.
I went out there the next morning. I'm like, where are those nuggets? Where the fuck is my flavor? Okay, and they were fucking gone. It's like I get this story. It's like whatever. We're going to fucking Dunkin' Donuts. But
we needed Wi-Fi anyway.
well, we needed Wi-Fi. Oh my God, that is one of the weird things. If you're coming to freaking Eve Northeast this year, which I'm telling you right now is like a totally good drinking time and whatnot, is so bad for connection to anything multimedia. So if you're one of those people that can't live without that, you should still come, but just recognize that like you're not.
Here's the
gonna be
thing about
connected.
that though, like it's really good because it doesn't allow people to disconnect from the social setting and just kind of hang out with everybody there.
Well, yeah. If
Yeah.
you're,
I think
that's the thing.
good.
It's like if you're out camping, places where there's no cell service is the best place to camp because then everyone's not sitting at the campfire on their phone.
Exactly.
Exactly. But you know
Hashtag Nuggets for Dirk.
All right.
Just keep Dirk happy. Feed Dirk.
No, it's not about keeping Dirk happy. It's like Dirk's
it
not
is.
some goddamn prima donna and shit like
Yes,
that.
he
I
is.
showered one day that
Are
weekend.
you kidding me?
One day?
I'm not a fucking
Oh,
prima donna.
for a weekend.
Oh my God!
Drunk
You're
Dirk is
drunk?
fine, but I'm not
man.
a prima donna or anything. You know,
Like when I came
all
into
want
your
is some
room at
flavor.
Vegas and you were like in the bed in your underwear eating nuggets covered in sauce, like
No, they were chicken wings.
They were
eaten
hot
in
wings.
sauce, which takes more
I'm sorry,
skill.
they're chicken wings.
Or barbecue wings, yeah.
It takes more skill, but whatever. Look, I'm not a fucking prima donna. I just like flavor at the end of the night. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, it's like all that alcohol and shit. It's like alcohol and cigarettes. All I want is some barbecue sauce. In fact, I could probably just drink a bottle of barbecue sauce and be done with it and like fuck the calories. But what I will say is that for any of you who live in the vicinity of I don't even know what the vicinity is. Northeast Pennsylvania, where you might be willing to travel to this place where we like bivouac and camp out and just basically drink and hide in the shade if it's really hot. I don't even know what we'll do if it fucking rains. I'm gonna kill a motherfucker if it rains, but
Wasn't there like
just
some
go in the
cabin?
barn, bro.
What was the
Well,
cabin?
we
You guys
will.
were
Just go in
singing
the
the.
bar and drink.
Wait, there was a
bar-
cabin.
Drink in there.
Wait, the thing you guys
There's
were
an
singing the
entire
karaoke.
giant building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's
There's
raining,
like
just
the
go in
biggest
there.
Amish barn ever, but most of us are out there like camping on like a slope, and like I put my wife like on the downward side of the slope the first night, and I like rolled all up on her. It's like so it didn't work.
Why
It's
didn't
just,
you
like,
both lay perpendicular to the slope?
We tried that. We tried that a different night, and then what we all ended up doing was like crunch down like hobbits, like like it's that much of a slope. I mean, like you're on a slope,
And it was freezing at night.
That
and it
didn't
was
work for
freezing,
us.
so we wanted to
I
cuddle.
wore shorts,
Mm.
jeans, and pants, and then I wore a t-shirt, sweatshirt, and a jacket.
How cold was it?
But whatever. Then also on
It
like
went
the
from, like,
on the
80
last
to,
day,
like,
on the last day, McLean and I had
50s.
some.
That's
McLean and I had
perfect.
some experiences that weekend, and it's like we went out to Dunkin' Donuts and we're just reminiscing over like croissants with sausage and egg and cheese and shit, and it's like, and then we started crying at the table, and it was like it was tough, man. It was tough because we were having like a heart to heart about people that we met there,
Whoa,
and, like, what their
you started
experiences
this.
were.
You
I
started
was
this
a
whole
bitch.
thing.
I started to
and
cry,
then
and then you
spread
cried.
it to all three of us.
I did. I gave cry aids to everybody at the table.
Oh shit.
Spread your cry aids.
Whatever. I'm a
McLean-
sensitive person.
I gotta say this: McLean makes the best grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Oh my god.
Rockin'.
Yeah. Grilled cheese. It's like whatever. Oh, I don't want to
Oh,
tell
it's
people
so
about
good.
that because if they come this year to Eve Northeast, they'll be like, hey, where's those grilled cheese I heard
Wait,
about?
wait.
Fuck that shit.
So
I want my
wait.
grilled
How do you
cheese.
do it, McLean? Do you like butter some bread, put some cheese in between, and put it on a griddle?
Yeah, what's the recipe?
No, you put the butter on the pan itself. You just let a whole bunch of fucking
Yeah,
butter
like a soup.
just melt on the pan, and then you throw your bread on top of that bitch.
Oh, okay.
That's what brings out that taste. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
And then you just throw your cheese on there, and you just do the same thing with the other side.
You put ham on it?
This is
I
really
put,
the
like,
way.
anything I can get my hands on in that. bitch.
Well, no,
We had no ham.
no, we had no ham to work with that day.
Only cheese.
Okay, but I'm gonna be honest. It's like it's like we're all sitting down there in the shade in this little grotto that we kind of like worked out down by the river and whatnot. Everybody else is up there in the fucking heat, thinking about like how hot it is. And
Dirk's
whatnot.
like the fucking Bob Ross of this fucking
Okay.
story now, painting it.
We're all down in this
Some
grotto.
happy
and
little
I'm
thief
like,
players.
goddamn. I'm like,
cool
goddamn,
down
where the
there.
hell is Mrs. McLean, Mr. McLean, and fucking my wife? They've been gone for like a fucking hour, and my mind starts working. I'm like, shit, are they fucking like barn banging? Like, are they like having a tent fiasco? What's going on? And then all of a sudden they come down with like a fucking tray of grilled cheese, and it's like, oh, Yeah, exactly. That's
With
why
the
you don't
tater
send your
chips.
wife with Ashtarothi to go get a fucking, like, go to the bathroom. He won't come back with grilled cheese. She'll just come back with her hair messed up. I love Ash. You know that. I'm just kidding.
Shots.
But these are the whoa. Damn it, I got a fucking pour roll.
You not
These are-
pre-poured?
I know. I blame that shit on rain. These are the things I'm going to tell you people out there, okay? If you
Drayden,
can
link that immigrant that I put in the
if you can get to an EVE event, just go fucking hang out with some EVE players. They are legit fun. Okay, some of them are a little fucking quirky, especially the ones that you know from TeamSpeak and whatnot. But most of them are like actually legit fun. The ones who will actually travel to meet and have a good time, totally more fun than like the guys that you normally hang out with day to day. Shots.
Yeah, picture
quick
Jay just gave. That was from
Tito's Vodka. This is made north of the border, just so people are wondering.
Yeah, that was what 2 years ago in Vegas. That was when Logi Bro.
Yeah, I think that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was me, Jay McClain, Logi Bro, and Bam Stroker.
Bam.
Snuck into Dirk's room. He didn't have pants on, so
None
Logi
of
Bro
you
wants to
were
wear
as
pants.
committed. None of you were as committed
Hilarious.
as Bam Stroker.
No,
Bam Stroker.
Bam was full in.
Bam was all in.
I
The rest
gotta
of you
give it
guys
to
were
him.
like,
That man
I'm
goes for
hesitant.
something, he fucking goes. That's why he's my Aussie bro Mandingo.
He is. The Aussie guys that are in this game, you know what? They're fucking all outstanding. All of them.
Oh, speaking of player meetups, next Saturday there's a player meetup in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna be down there doing some stuff with my man Pork Butt, shooting some video.
Well, what? Is it a player meetup, or are you just going out to meet Pork Butt?
No, I'm going
Because you
down
weren't
to
like
meet
Dirk.
Pork
I'm
Butt
coming
that-
past your. You weren't like Dirk. I'm coming past your neighborhood to go to a player.
I'm
meetup.
not really coming past your name. I'm flying in.
You're fucking flying.
Yeah. I don't want to drive
fucking
9
carbon
hours,
eater,
bro.
bro. Fucking drive,
Please.
and then like we'll meet at a 76 truck stop and like cuddle and whatnot, and then drive on out.
There's also the Toronto Eve meetup next
Toronto
Saturday.
happens like
Yeah,
fairly
Toronto's
regularly.
happening.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some of these places out there they have like fairly regular meets, and that is totally fucking badass. Last weekend, holy shit, I got fucking roped in. I'm sitting there, I'm just trying to watch the little fucking magicians on Sci-Fi or wherever the fuck it was. Random McNally, freaking tweets me out. He's like, "Hey, you awake?" And it's like, "Yeah, I'm awake, but I'm like fucking lazy right now." And he's like, "Yeah, fucking jack into MPX TeamSpeak or Mumble or whatever." They were out at the Minnesota meetup. Those guys, I swear to God, I don't know why it is. Minnesota, Wisconsin. Would you people stop having this shit at the coldest time of your fucking year?
Being from Wisconsin, I can tell you there is nothing fucking else to do.
No, I recognize that, but don't like make other people think, "Oh God, do I want to go to fucking Wisconsin or Minnesota or wherever?" Like at the worst time of year. Drayden injured himself there. He injured himself.
Where? Oh, in Vegas?
No, well, all right.
I injured myself in Vegas and Minnesota and Minneapolis.
Exactly, Minnesota meetup.
Here's the thing about Drayden. Drayden, when you're drunk or other illicit substances, you should not be allowed to make your own decisions. You're like an elderly person with like.
It makes good
dementia
stories
at
though.
that point.
Well, yeah,
Somebody's
I mean,
gonna hold your hand, hold your fucking.
It's
money,
like letting
and
someone
say,
with-
Do you really think that's a good
We
idea?
tried that
bud?"
though. We tried that though with Drayden. Okay.
Right.
And,
It's like letting
we give Drayden
an
a buddy, and then what we find out is that that Drayden's first rank buddy, okay, is literally just like a 10th worse than fucking Drayden, and then like it ends up being the fourth derivative Drayden buddy before somebody finally chimes in, and then they've got like an entire mass chaos scene that they're dealing with of people that have fallen down, broken legs, and like hurt themselves.
Well, it letting me on my own on a vacation after a night of drinking is like sending someone with Alzheimer's into the Mall of America on their own and just letting them have at it.
Oh my God! Didn't you show up one night with security, right? Because me.
Well,
and
yeah,
Drayden shared a
okay.
room
The
last
story
year
that
in
that's
Vegas.
actually a story I don't know if I've told yet, fully. Yeah, so this was after the Open Comms Vegas night this last year. The one
that is like chewing a fucking whole pack of Dentyne at once.
The one that we got on the Twitch fails compilation for this last Vegas. After that night, and then we were doing more drinking at the bar. When I got to the bar,
how did we get on Twitch fails? Because I was trying to
because I was trying to do the twerk thing, and I was telling you to hold my legs up, and then you just dropped me, and that got on Twitch fails.
Exactly. The whole thing of me tonguing some dude, not in Twitch
yeah,
fails.
that didn't get on there at all.
That's totally fucking mainstream now. Me dropping your ass with your fucking legs in the air, totally Twitch fail.
Well, but I mean, I was
modern society.
I was already hammered because when I got down to the bar, I saw Siegel there, and I was like,
We live in a
Siegel,
modern society.
and I went and picked her up and like bear hugged her off the ground, and then set her down. And then I was like, okay, I need a drink. But no, I got lost. The night was done. I wanted to go find my room, and I was walking around the mall trying to find the elevators, and like I had left the casino and was just walking laps around. I think I did like 2 or 3 laps around the Miracle Mile, looking for the elevators, and eventually I got lost, and I was trying to. There was some other Eve player was like, yeah, okay. He came over to try to help me, and I was like, no, I got it. I just got to find it on my phone, and I didn't have my phone in my hand. I actually had like, those mobile charging battery pack things. I had one of those in my hand. And I thought it was my phone, so I was trying to push buttons on it like it was a phone.
Drayden had his struggles that night.
And like that guy gave up.
The struggle's real.
Well, and no, I remember that guy was telling me a story. I didn't remember it, but the reason he was helping me is because I went up originally to some other rooms. I did find elevators, but I was in the wrong tower, and I went to some random room and was pounding on this door because my key card didn't work, and I thought Jay was in there. And I was trying to get him to open, and some lady opened it up and was yelling at me because I was pounding on her door at 3 a.m. It wasn't my room. And this guy was next door, but he was an Eve player, and he's like, I'll help you get to your room. And he couldn't help me find anything, so I had to go find a security guard, and the security guard, I was like, here's my key card, and yeah, you take me where I need to go, and he got me in there. So all was well.
In fucking poor decision making.
I didn't get hurt though. I was just.
If that's the bar that we have to cross, I didn't get hurt.
Well, I mean, hey, that was actually
That's a pretty
the goal.
Low fucking bar.
Well, I mean, because the previous 3 vacations, I've been injured on all of them. So that was the first vacation I had taken that I didn't get injured, and then now I'm 2 for 2 because I went on the cruise ship and I didn't get injured.
And now you just jinxed it.
I fell down a flight of stairs on the cruise ship, but I didn't get hurt. I had a little scrape on my elbow, and that was it. So I'm not counting that.
You're coming out to Eve Northeast, right?
You're getting better.
I hope
bro.
so.
Every year you're getting better.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm going to Vegas, and then I'm hoping I can get enough cash scraped together that I can go to Eve Northeast as well.
Eve Northeast is before Vegas.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. You know what, bro? You know what? All that matters is that you can crash somewhere. And I'm going to tell you right now, having been there last year, there's plenty of fucking wood floor. It's like whatever. As long as you have a pillow and a blanket, you're good.
I don't even need that. I've slept on
Fucking
pizza boxes
golden.
at party houses before.
Exactly.
So,
You know, that's
I
the whole
mean-
thing. It's like the crash zone there is just like you're either in an open field where doom may fall upon you, okay, like, or you're up in like the barn. Just go
There's a
be in the
couch.
fucking
It's
barn.
fine.
Nobody gives a shit. Oh my god, I passed out until 5 o'clock in the morning on the couch. But now, if somebody takes that space this year, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like, bitch, where the fuck were you last year?
That's gonna be Dirty Little Pig Boy. Watch.
I'm not
Dirty Little Pig Boy's
Pig
gonna be
Boy.
in my fucking couch.
But Eve Northeast is one of those things. It is like different from most, most Eve meets, and that is what I love about it. Like we're out there, we're just like, fuck it. You know what? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares if you actually showered today.
I do a little bit, just a little
The,
bit.
the ladies do, and honestly, we all appreciate that.
Well, you can just
I
take.
do.
You can just.
I tell you, I do.
You can just take an Old
I
Spice
will
shower.
I've
do
enough
it.
dirty, nasty man butt in my life. I don't need to smell
No,
anymore.
just,
I know,
just
I
take an
know,
Old
when
Spice
you're
shower, it's
walking
good.
When you're walking down that underground hallway and thinking, "Holy shit, somebody could drag me off into a fucking
It
fat
does-
corner here and butcher
now-
me." It's
Now
getting
be
scary.
warned that the basement of that barn looks like a fucking rape dungeon.
It really fucking does. It's like she puts the fucking lotion in the basket.
I've had one of those in my house before. Not the house here, but like the.
You had a rape dungeon?
No, I didn't know it wasn't that, but a previous, like right when I moved out of high school, and I was.
What the fuck are you doing, bro?
No,
Jesus, Drayden, we know Idaho.
It's good for resale value.
That's not what I meant. Hold on. So it was the house I moved into right after high school. I was, working a shitty poor ass job, and there had to be 4 of us roommates, I think, and but it was this house. It was a shitty old rundown house. It was built in like the 1940s. It had a fuse. It did not have breakers. It had a fuse box still, so it was not up to code. But it had this weird. When we were moved in and stuff, we were looking around. The kitchen had this door, and it was literally a door with a red tape X on the door. And we're like, what the fuck is that? And we opened it, and it goes down.
Of course you opened it.
Well, yeah, we have to. And so you look down, and it literally goes into this dark-ass basement, like concrete, and it's like full of cobwebs, and it's this weird basement with like these random like rooms that are not symmetrical and don't make sense of where they're at. And they have like, it was like you walk down there, and it's like, we kind of looked around, we're like, we're going to toss our empty boxes down here, and we're never going to open this door again. There's a reason there's that X on the door.
The X stands for rape?
No, well, fuck, maybe the previous owners, we don't know. We didn't do
You're
that.
just not sure what it is. Look, not every Eve meet is this, okay, by any means. But you know what? Go out and meet some fucking friends. What I am most concerned about last year is that eventually some of those karaoke fucking things off of Mrs. McLean's phone will come to light. We did the one, we put it out there, but I know she's got more, and it is scary. It scares me. When I go for my fucking Senate run.
Quite a few.
When I go for my fucking Senate run, I know this shit's gonna come out. She's gonna give it to WikiLeaks like fucking Putin did, and it's gonna be all over.
I got you.
What's this INC Skeptic Nerd Guy private Stardate 207.5?
Skeptic Nerd Guy he might be one of those people who's involved with INN.
Well, yeah,
you might want to listen to what he has to say.
I was like, he might be one of those guys involved with INN. He's like the general manager for it.
You guys are way over the fucking edge with your fucking rape room, like player.
You guys dubbed it that. It was just a creepy basement. We called it the serial killer basement, so it was not as bad as rape.
I have one of those in my basement once.
Well,
right after we said, "Hey, the basement of that barn kind of looked like a rape dungeon."
But they're like
it was pretty
creepy serial killer
honestly,
creeper dungeon. I'll call it a creeper dungeon. We had a creeper dungeon in
our
house.
It was scary. I had to hold Dirk's hand once.
McLean, we were walking down there to fucking take a shower, and it's like, yeah, I can see how this would be bad at night, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's some sneaky corners down there where you can totally get the bang on. Oh, now
Kate
you
and I tried it out first. You guys didn't see it until after.
What, the bang
Make sure
room
we sent
or
the
like
women for
the
a
shower?
recon.
We were sent first.
No, we were. Well, hold on.
To the dungeon?
No, they
First.
volunteered first because they were like,
we're-
"Oh my god, we got a shower."
You guys weren't sent first. You were like, we
Caleb,
have to take
no.
a shower. Anyways, you know what? I think it is totally a motherfucking. I swear to God, there's a part of me that. What are you reaching for, baby? Oh, I'm sorry, headphones. She wants to know what I'm saying because she can't hear it right here. Anyways, it is one of the more unique Eve player meets, right? And would you say that, McLean?
What's that?
Eve Northeast.
Oh, that is unique.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We're-
absolutely.
we're out
just
fucking-
the environment that you get to just hang out. Like, so the people that you're with are going to be the people that you're with, right?
Yeah.
So there's no like everybody stays there. All the events happen there. I mean, unless you go out to lunch or something like that. But it's just like your whole time is just spent hanging out with those people. And you really get to just talk to them and see what's going on.
And you're
with them.
camping. You're not in a motherfucking motel. You're not in a hotel. You're not in a Holiday Inn. I mean, you were out there. This is what it is. If you want
At one point,
civilization,
you were like,
it's
you were
down
like,
the road, and the
camping, and I had
civilization
fun.
still has fucking teeth
I
missing.
hate camping, and I still had fun.
Yeah, she
I love
hates camping and still had fun.
you should have seen
Yeah.
Kate's face at the beginning of the whole ordeal. She
What
looked
is
like you
this?
just
Ah.
murdered her fucking cat. She was not happy.
Not happy.
Exactly, but you know what?
But the
fun
nuggets, Dirk.
overrode
The
that shit.
nuggets.
The nuggets,
No,
yeah.
bullshit. She nugget traded me. Nugget traded. She
She
thought a dog
CO2'd
was
your
more
nuggets.
worthy of my flavor.
CO2 the nuggets.
But, dude, you know how I am late night. All I want is flavor. Okay, I'm not asking for calories.
You even asked
or
me where your
sustaining-
nuggets were.
Turncoat
Late
nuggets.
night when he's really drunk and he just doesn't care. He's like, "Where's my meat to put in
And
my
they were
mouth?"
soggy. They were soggy, gross nuggets.
There was
Oh,
a
the
nugget
breading
out in the
was, like,
dew.
nasty.
I
was
didn't.
like,
I didn't
no.
even tell you guys. There was a nugget out in the dew. I got it. I did because I knew what it was. I looked at it. I'm like nugget. I did. I'm sorry. It was that late at night. There was nothing at the fucking grill. It was over. It was like, yo, fuck it. You know what? Nugget.
Didn't you
I'm
even
not
go
afraid
and
to
get more
do.
nuggets too after a while?
No. Those nuggets were from the day we rolled in. Those were from like Friday. Okay. I remember, and this was one of the tough parts. Okay, because if you are tent camping,
I gladly
right,
pay you $1 tomorrow for some nuggets today.
if you are tent camping, there's no bathroom in your tent, right? Unless you're
There
like
are
rolling.
cabins too. It's not just tents. There's cabins too.
Well,
Yes.
hold on. There are cabins as well. Okay, like if you arrange that kind of shit, and some dude puked in one of those things, it's like, bitch, what's up? But anyways, people are out there in tents, right? So you know, it's like there's no bathroom in your tent, right? So you can't fucking piss or whatever. So it's like if you wake up after like having several drinks that night and be like, damn, I gotta go outside. I didn't put my shoes on, so I walked out. It was like dewy out. I came back, my fucking socks were like soaking. Fucking
And
Why
then,
did
and then
you
he saw it.
just
He
take
saw
your
it
socks
glistening
off?
in the moonlight. He saw that one nugget, and he was like,
Oh wait,
"Oh, nugget."
nugget.
Why would you wear your socks outside? You just go barefoot in that shit.
Because
Oh,
it was fucking cold.
He brought
Needed
in
socks to keep
all
warm.
The grass. I was.
It was
furious.
like 90 degrees in the daytime and like 40 at night.
He got in the tent the first night, and we could hear him saying, "Kate, I'm cold. Kate, why am I so cold? Where are my clothes, Kate?"
Yeah.
I was wearing them.
Where's my sweater,
Oh,
Kate?
she was wearing three sweatshirts. I'm like, bitch, get down to a thong and let's roll. But anyways, you know what? It is totally different than all of these freaking like events that happen in other places. You just go, have a good time. Next year, I swear to God, I'm getting there early. I'm picking flat ground.
Oh man, I like Steelhorse's
But we're all gonna have
idea.
a good time.
Steelhorse, we could make an erotic fanfic with Dirk and this nugget. Shots.
Y'all sit there and joke about fucking nuggets. I mean, even I did back in the fucking
When you
day.
don't have food and
You
nuggets.
know, like,
Exactly.
does
It's
Burger
like
King still do
a
that thing
big
where you get like 10 nuggets for $1, where it's like probably just
$1.49. They are the best freaking chicken nuggets for $1.49.
Are they the
out
best
there.
nuggets? I figured that they would
For
just be like
$1.49,
the
yes,
leftover
for $1.49.
ground up sinew from the chicken that's left
For
over.
$1.49.
So you can get 10 chicken nuggets at Burger King for $1.49, or you can get 20 at McDonald's for $5. I'm sorry.
Dirk's the fucking
$3
nu-
versus $5. It's like and quite honestly, Burger King has better nuggets. However,
What?
He's the fucking nugget
No.
burglar.
But the dog knew they were there. The box was wet. I was like,
yeah, whose dog was
I'll
that?
just-
Because that dog has got to
I'll
get
just
fucking
give it to
like
the
back.
dog.
Well, that was
back
Londy's
here.
it
dog,
was a
wasn't it?
cute German Shepherd.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Giving
Londy's
him the-
dog.
Giving him all the nuggets.
All I know is that last year
I didn't think he
broke
would eat
me.
them.
Oh man.
Last year broke me. Okay, from the standpoint of I met people at Eve Northeast that made me think about things more than just like fucking spaceships and getting drunk, right? There were some real people there that I was like, damn. And that's what came out on fucking Sunday when I had to leave. And I'm like, damn, this is what choked me the fuck up. And that was outstanding because that's not what I come back with from Vegas. That's not what I come back with from these other things. It was great. There were some people there that I swear to God, I hope I fucking see there next year and it's like real people, different scenario, outstanding. I cried.
He did.
People.
He did.
We
I'm
could
crying.
make
Well,
I just
we
am.
hung out with the same people the entire time.
We did. We
could make like a nugget trail for
Except
Dirk
for
to lead
those
him
others.
somewhere if he needs to go
You know
somewhere.
those others who lived over on the flatland? We didn't hang out with them because it's like, you know what? You're others. You're from outside
Yeah.
of our realm.
Fuck those flatlanders, slopers for life.
Flatlanders. I swear to God, this is why it's like so different. Like people go to Eve London. Okay, fine. Eve London, they they serve a different food and a different beer, but it's really the same thing as it is at any other fucking Eve meat anywhere else. This right here, if you're not camping in a thing that does not have
Lying on each
pre-wired hot
other.
heat, no, different, totally fucking different.
That's how I've camped like almost forever.
That's what camping is.
Tent, sleeping bag.
Unless you get an RV.
And then the showers were really.
I
nice.
have
I
camped
was
with
so
the
impressed with the
not an
showers.
RV,
showers
but like
were
with the
really
with like the
nice.
trailer
The showers
camper.
were totally nice. The path to the showers were
Creepy-
totally
creepy
rape
as
room.
shit.
me,
I thought I was gonna
me and
get
Dirk,
killed.
me and Dirk took buddy showers.
We were scared, bro.
Mrs. McLean and I took buddy showers.
You gotta be
Even I
careful
was
in public
fucking scared.
showers.
Holy shit, I could get
I'm
chopped
like,
up
no
down
way,
here.
I'm not going in there.
I'll protect you, Dirk.
There's a great
Is
story.
this actually
Drayden,
happening?
This is
Fucking
something I
rape
learned in
dungeon?
jail.
Drayden, would you please tell us about your Idaho fucking county jail?
No, like
Jail time.
so.
Now you know.
It was my turn to clean the
the
showers for the
shiv.
for the night or for the day, and I was cleaning them out. I was just like, it's there's a bunch of water, so I was like, I went barefoot. I was cleaning them out, and then some guy came. He was like, "What the fuck are you doing barefoot, bro?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like,
Bitch,
"Dude,
you want
get your
foot
sandals on." He's
aids?
like, "Get your sperm surfers on." You know how many people jack off in those showers? I was like, "Oh fuck." He's like, "Yeah, you gotta wear your sperm surfers." I was like, "Oh my god, no!"
Awesome.
I was like, "I probably got the clap on my feet now."
Look,
Bum, bum.
I don't want to say what I did in that shower, but like I did not like actually spray sperm on the fucking shower floor. That's bullshit.
Wore flip flops.
I'm
I
sure a
leave my
bunch of them
DNA anywhere.
I wore
She
my
wore
flip-flops
flip flops.
in the
She's like,
shower.
I'm wearing flip flops.
At a camping site, less
Okay,
likely.
flip-flops.
At the Kootenai County Public Safety Building, much more likely.
Kootenai County? Is that really what it's
Kootenai.
called?
Kootenai. Well, it's Kootenai, but it's French, but everyone just says Kootenai.
Kootenai.
It's French because like this was an area that was owned by the French back in the day, like the tribe around here, like Kootenai County, or like the Kootenai Indians. But well, the Coeur d'Alene Indians. Coeur d'Alene is French as well, but everyone just says Kootenai, but I think it's Kootenai is how you technically say it. I'm not sure. I'm not French. I don't know. We butcher it, so.
This is what's scariest. Like, you know what? We're talking about like what might otherwise be a crazy shitty fucking Eve meat, but it's actually one of the best Eve meats in all of Eve. Come
I
out,
agree.
camp, fucking hang out. Even Crazy Miss, I won't camp unless I'm in a goddamn Winnebago. Glamping. Okay, like she knows what the fucking glamping lifestyle is in a goddamn 45-foot Winnebago and shit. All right, and she still came away from that going, I had a good time. Bring your wife. I'm not necessarily saying bring your kids, but if you have to, fuck it, bring them. All right. During the day, it is totally fucking sedate. At night, beer pong, drinking karaoke, and fucking having a good time. And then we wake up the next morning and go, I know none of you.
And then you start all over again.
Exactly.
And then you build upon it from there. It's like, we can't
What's
sell
the
all
food
Blueless
situation
at
like?
that morning. What's the food situation?
Yeah, you bring your own food, or is like
No.
yours?
No,
They
no,
have
no,
food
no,
there.
no.
No, they have food there.
They have
burgers
food
and
last
hot dogs.
last year.
Don't
they
worry,
didn't-
we're making a interventionist kind of push into making sure that the menu this year is squared away on time.
It's more
and is
American. It's more American. It's
Yeah.
more hearty. Like you know, it's willing to build
was
upon
really
what
good.
we
It
brought
was
to
really
it in the
good.
beginning. Last year they didn't know what the facilities were going to be like. They figured it out. Like they were grilling steak last year on barbed wire. They didn't know. They didn't know that they weren't going to have grills.
I'm a food fuss, and I eat everything.
But this year, Andy Caracca is going to have a harder time getting sauce on himself. You know,
Oh man,
we're
that
gonna
was
have a
mess.
fucking
Poor
good
dirty little
time.
pig boy. I'm
Oh,
gonna get him
that-
I'm gonna get him
poor
a bib
pig
this
boy.
year.
Do you remember when he snorted? Do you remember when he actually snorted after having his teriyaki chicken bite?
Oh, poor
Such a
Andy
good pig
Caracca.
boy.
He number one fucking pilot in Busa. Busa's number one recruit.
But this is what makes this event so special. Like globally special. There's nobody. Have you heard of anybody like over in fucking like even like Eve, Macedonia is not like camping out. They're just going to some local pub. Only in Northeast Pennsylvania are we camping out and having this kind of fucking no electricity kind of event.
Well, it's like 3 days too, right? It's not short by any means.
No, and that to us is one of the big things. This is not showing up in some city for like a few hours. Like, you're coming, you're camping, you're hanging out, you're having a good time. It's an event. Like you're
The
there
travel's
for
well worth it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the travel is well worth it. The duration that you're there for 3-4 days is actually good because you're fucking out with these dickheads that you want to talk to in game.
Yeah, it was like 3 nights. Because the first night we slept this way.
It was varying nights of
And then
comfort,
we-
right? As it-
We figured it out by the last night. She totally know to rule on to me. And then like that whole night where it was like I was downhill, she was uphill. She's like, I don't want to roll on to you. I'm like, why? She's like, because then we'll have sex.
Okay.
Why did it?
Well, she kind of said that. She's like, no, not
Kinda.
again.
I pants.
She was wearing 3 kinds of pants. That was bad. That was so
in
fucking hard.
closing, if you're anywhere in the Northeast, the trip down to Eve Northeast is well worth it, and there's going to be a lot of cool people there.
They should do this like out in the desert. They should have like an Eve Northeast camping event, but like in I don't
Grand
know.
Canyon.
I keep
No,
waiting for
not the
Eve
desert.
Northwest.
In Grand Canyon, holy shit! What about in Grand Canyon or like I don't know, fucking in Texas in
Grand
July
Canyon?
or
Well, I mean, Eve Vegas, you could maybe set up a Grand
Grand
Canyon
Canyon.
thing, but probably tough.
what about like an outdoors Eve meet in I don't know, fucking Idaho in February?
Well, okay, if you're gonna do
What
an
about
outdoors
camping in
camping thing, there's a
Idaho in
lot of
February?
good camping spots up here. Like where I'm at, like southern Idaho is kind of like rolling hills, but it's all scrubland. Like southern Idaho is not pretty. Northern Idaho is where you get all the mountains and the forests. Like the Rockies kind of just barely bypass that. The Rockies go through Montana, but we have what we call the Bitterroot Mountain Range, which is actually it's nice. It's lots of national forests and stuff up here. So if you want to do like an outdoors thing,
Fuck your mountain straight.
it's perfect up here for that. But I'm just any kind of Eve Northeast. There was actually a time I thought we were gonna set something up, because Pearl.
Why don't you do it, Drayden? Why
Well,
don't you do it,
we
man?
tried. Like
Why don't you
Pearl,
say-
I
why-
think
why don't you-
Ash Dorothy
I've
lives out in
asked
Portland. I
them all
think.
night for guys like
Yeah, Pearl
Neville and these
Marino
other
would come
people
out.
to
Well,
like
well,
bring
quit
voting
talking
about
about it
something
and
that
nut
nothing
up.
matters
Yeah.
about.
Well, we were gonna do it. We tried
we
to
all
set it
know
up on
that
Twitter,
Eve
and no
meets
one
actually
responded.
matter.
But like Pearl lives in Portland. I think Ash Dorothy lives in like Eugene, Oregon. I guarantee there's plenty of people that live in Seattle
Is he
or that
actually
area.
American?
What? Pearl?
Ash Dorothy, is he actually American?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he lives in. I don't know.
Is he?
I think
He was in the army, bro.
he.
No, I know, but he's like so into like role playing and shit. It's like, is he actually an American?
Well, Graff's
I mean, he is
Graff's
a-
in
No,
role
I'm
he's a
kidding. I'm
turbo.
kidding. I
Um,
love Ash Dorothy. I'm totally fucking joking.
I mean, he's a he's a Cav scout. If you can call them
He
real
moved to
people.
Oregon. I don't know
Dude,
where he lived
man,
before, but
fucking
yeah, he
Cavs
lives in
cats
Oregon
out,
now.
all right.
But yeah, it's like I figured like yeah, we could set up something like either Seattle or a Portland meetup because like that's I mean it's like a 6-hour drive for me to get to Portland, but that's not too far. But no one did
Yeah,
it, and
whatever.
eventually I had to go to
Stretch it
Portland
out
for
over a
work.
couple
Because
days
that's
like
where
they
your
do at the Minnesota
dispensary is.
Well, no, the dispensary I can. It's like 30-minute drive. I'm right by the Washington border. There's this place called Greenlight over on Sprague Avenue or Trent. So it's on Trent Avenue. It's like 30-minute drive from where I'm at. But
Can-
no, like
Can I give a shout out? I just want to give a shout out.
Yeah.
We're not
No,
shout out
actually,
time.
we're done with the shout outs for tonight. Sorry, Derek.
I just want to give a shout out to my man Buck Strider, who I know like his balls are like so busted from like me busting his balls, and it's like I feel bad.
Did you
all
bust his balls?
I do. I bust them like whenever I fucking can. And like I feel bad over that. You know what I mean? It's like I do. All right.
So
I just want to give a
nice.
shout out to my boy, fucking Buck Strider.
Yeah,
who's
Buck
one of the
Strider.
longest. He is one of the longest time listeners, if not the longest time listener of this motherfucking show. I'm gonna give a shout out to him. Just saying, I bust his balls extra special over the fact of I know he's a long time listener. But whatever.
Oh, all right. Gerard donates $3. Says when you live in.
Buck was an Eve Northeast motivator last year. He was an Eve Northeast operator.
All right, Gerard donated $3. Says when you live in Oregon, you have to role play because there's no one else to talk to.
Sure, my man. You
There's
gotta
actually-
come fucking stronger. Sherrard's one of those guys. He comes like in little threes over time. We need like a fucking calculator with him. Because we need to be able to like call like shit. You know what? Sherrard's shit has fucking rose to the goddamn occasion. You know what? Sherrard's one of the guys who, no matter what show we do, he may do 3 this show, he may do 3 the last show, but over time, he's a fucking earner over time.
Yeah, he brings in the cash.
I'm gonna do a fucking shot. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Hey, you got anything to say about that, you dirty fucking Canuck?
What's going on?
Oh, now you fucking like him.
I feel really
You've
bad.
been awfully
You didn't
quiet
mention-
over there eating your fucking donut.
See, here I was.
It's fucking chicken.
You shoved that in your mouth. You fucking suck it
was
down.
that chicken or a donut? Because that's totally fucking different.
See,
Kentucky Fried Chicken. You son of a bitch.
Kentucky Fried
Wait.
Chicken. It's like a donut.
Wait, you're eating imported chicken?
They don't have fried chicken up there, bro. They gotta bring the Kentucky in.
It's as
build the
important as
wall.
Bud Light
No
is.
KFC for you fucking Canuck.
No, see, here's the thing. Like, I thought that was
But
I thought that was like
I'm
a
doing
racial
shots to my
slur
man
for
Gerard.
Canadians, but yet they named one of their hockey teams that.
Mattress Wicks.
Because I thought it was disrespectful to say Canuck.
They actually named one of their hockey teams the Oilers years ago before they actually got into oiling.
Well, they've been gone
Okay?
for a long fucking time though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Does Edmonton have a team again, or is they just got rid of?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. It has a team.
What's their team now?
The Edmonton Oilers.
I thought
Since
that
It has
the
team,
dawn of
always
hockey.
been the Oilers.
I thought that team went away.
No.
I'm probably thinking the
Well,
Houston. I know the Houston
but they
Oilers
kept
went
the
away.
team.
Become the Idaho Potato Hose.
Hold on, the Houston Oilers went away. Oh shit, Sherrard hit us with another 3. LB looked more satisfied than Sling Blade with a mouthful of taters.
Like some
I'm hungry.
yeah, me some them French fried taters. Mm.
I could have
That is
swore
the-
the
Kentucky
Edmonton
Fried
Oilers
Chicken is
like
literally
dissolved
what
as a team.
Canadians go, if America leaves, we'll only be upset about the fucking Colonel.
Although, little known fact about KFC, in actual Kentucky, the KFCs are terrible.
Because in actual Kentucky, all they have is methamphetamine and pot.
No, that's Idaho.
And then they go to Tennessee and go, can we please get some munchy food? Just saying. America's a big fucking place.
See, everyone's saying
But-
like, oh, there's a meetup in LA, there's a meetup in San Diego. Like that's a long. I don't know if you guys realize, like I'm in the top part of Idaho. LA and San
You
Diego is
guys-
like 1,500 miles. It's actually
Well,
Vegas is
you
way
just,
closer.
This is what you do. You make like Tom Hanks in fucking Castaway, and you set your little potatoes around in a little circle and draw faces on them. There's your fucking Eve meetup potato boy.
I have that already.
Well,
Well, I
do you
don't.
guys, do you guys realize?
I still have
that
Dirk
when
McSock
we
in my
sit there-
desk.
when we sit there and go, fuck yes, we will do a shot because that guy gave us $50 fucking dollars for talking about what high set candidates that
Well,
we
just
know will
politics,
never
yeah,
get
yeah,
fucking
and
elected.
representation.
Okay, all right. And then some guy gives us 3, and some guy gives us 3. Look, this is not the kind of shit that will bring us to your local fucking podunk location. All right, we will come there if you bring us. And all it costs is literally covering our costs and maybe like a bottled water at the Motel
Maybe
6.
a box of nuggets, just to
box of
entice this
nuggets.
Box of
motherfucker.
nuggets. Dirk will come to your fucking like. If you want to fucking run a fucking meetup, Dirk will be there as long as you cover his airfare, a cot in a
Bring
local
the
fucking
nuggets.
establishment,
Nuggets.
and like
Don't
20
forget the
nuggets.
nuggets.
20 nuggets and
Barbecue sauce.
Drayden,
And
if
barbecue
he's on the
sauce.
West Coast, Drayden, if he's on the West Coast, is be like, look, all I want is some pot, a fucking bottle of milk, and a ride home.
and a suit made of bubble wrap.
Yes.
And a like a reflector vest.
You don't hear us like crossing zebras going to Isk Want Me or whatever that fucking site is. You don't hear
Yeah,
us saying
and
the only
Sherrod's right, my
reason we
hooker,
do
too.
This is so that you can fucking throw us some goddamn Isk. It's got nothing to do about that. We are all fucking. We're not even contributors anymore to this, Drayden. You know that, Drayden? We're not
Hold on, I
contributors.
think-
Jay
I think
McClain just
Rodent-
donated.
Rodent's
we are
taking off.
We are generators.
Taking off, Rodent?
We're generators.
Oh,
Good night, Rodent.
Baby, you don't have to fucking. I'm holding it.
Wait, what'd you say, Jay?
Talk.
Okay,
PL
so-
logo is not
No,
what?
wait.
What are you doing?
Not Starship
I
Troopers?
didn't do that.
What?
Oh,
What
okay.
do you
Someone
do?
did it as Jay McClain and said
You're a pain in the ass.
PL
Wait,
logo is
yeah,
not
go.
Starship Troopers bugs. Damn it.
Oh my God! What did you do?
That's
No,
not
it's a
Starship.
virus.
That's the
What did
logo,
Why are
man.
you looking at BB stuff?
No, it's a virus. It's not the
No,
Starship
I know
Troopers
that's
bugs.
the logo is the logo. I'm looking at it right there on the screen.
Yeah,
That's the
it's-
right logo.
Yeah, well, no, he
What
was
is
just saying the
going
PL
on?
logo is not a Starship Troopers bug. That is
I think we got
a
rused.
virus.
We got rused.
Yeah, we got rused.
Shit.
Oh my God! My wife totally fucking closed down my shit. It's like what the
God damn it! Now people
woman,
think I have a rape
woman,
dungeon.
Woman, the red X means no.
Hold on. Now that we're out of the impartial part of the night, vote for fucking Rodin for CSM.
That plug.
Thanks.
All right. You know what? If you want to get into politics right now, why Roden though? Why not Toxic Gakken?
Because Rodin's my boy, and I gave him 10 bill, and he gave me more money back.
Did he double your S?
He literally
doubled your
doubled
fucking
my
ISK.
ISK. Literally doubled my ISK.
And
No
it
scam?
sounds so bad, but like, that really makes me like a super high risk candidate.
Wait, will you
No,
double?
okay.
Will you double my
so
ISK?
He set up an investment little portfolio thingy, right? With a set number of people that trusted him. I was one of them. I gave him 10 bill, and then he gave me returns over the following weeks that I had money with him. Literally, like pretty much Cribba. So you can put that on a fucking quote.
Is it Cribba or Tribba?
Cribba.
It's Cribba.
I like to say Tribba.
Why do you think it's Tribba? Jesus Christ, Drayden.
Where's the
Why do we
T?
hire you on this?
There is no
Yeah,
T in
No,
the
no,
CR.
no, Tribba. It's CH.
I mean, seriously.
It's Tribba.
When Rain
Tribbles?
comes
No,
up
it's
and
not
says-
Tribba. It's
When
Cribba.
Rain comes up and says things
Where is
like
Rain?
men are hardcore.
She
It's like it's different.
was
But when
worn
you're
out?
like a
Rain.
bitch, when you're a bitch, it makes
She's
us all
battling the
look bad.
patriarchy.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, like
Rain
those funds,
was-
man.
I don't know. Rain was tired and exhausted. Didn't want to.
Rain had a tough week at work. Okay.
Very.
Play button.
All right, she had a tough week at work. She had to deal with it like only a woman can by taking a night off.
Only women bleed.
I mean, look, when men have a tough week at work, we come to open comms. We say, "Fuck yeah! Thank God I'm coming to open comms." When
It's-
men,
it's
when women on
Ribba
the
for
other
her
hand have a tough week at
pleasure.
work,
Don't.
they're like, shit. This is just more work for me.
I traveled and everything, and I'm on this.
My
show.
wife, on the other hand, is saying you're being
You
a
travel-
dick to Rain.
I travel. I actually drove about 500 miles today. No, not that much. Maybe 400 miles today.
Oh my god.
Holy
Is-
shit!
That's an average day.
What we know in America
That's what
is
he
that
does.
mileage is no longer the
drives
measure
around
of
with a
whether or
van
not
that
you're a
says
man or a
puppies on
woman.
the
No, it's not even a van. I drive in a
And then
Prius.
he brings him back to his rape dungeon.
No, it's a Prius, so they don't suspect anything.
Yeah, your rape
Any
dungeon
wrongdoing.
is way beyond the pill. Bro.
It's a
I'm gonna be
Prius. It's a
honest.
Prius.
The
No,
rape Prius.
So they never see it coming.
No
It's a
creepers
Prius.
drive a Prius. They don't suspect anything.
my wife's like, I don't care what they're saying in Twitch chat. Would you please show me the channel? Would you please show me the visuals? All I want to see is what people are like mouthing out of their mouths at this time.
Is it a party Prius?
Actually, literally, she's ready to beat me in the fucking face.
Yeah, I got a cigarette lighter plug-in strobe light for the top.
People don't realize that there was a time when my wife beat me with a fucking, like, you know, lint roller.
Oh, I
I'm like,
did.
you people think a lint roller doesn't
remember
hurt?
that.
The entire full fucking, like, thing of a lint roller, it hurts. When you're down to the last few stripes of it, no, it's like no big deal. It's like, bitch, back off.
Oh, what did you do,
okay?
Dirk? What did you do?
Hold on, that's
I
victim
stopped
blame.
saying
Sure are.
Victim blame.
loud
That's
as
not
I
how this
did that
works
night.
anymore. We live in a modern society.
You know, he was saying clitoris, and my 10-year-old daughter was upstairs going, "What is Daddy saying?"
She wasn't 10, was she?
Yeah,
She was like
10
13 or 14 at
11.
the time. Because that was like 3 or 4 years ago. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. That was 5 years
It
ago.
was like 5 years ago.
So she was 11.
Okay, fine. But still, 11 and 11-year-olds should not hear the word.
Well, at that age, she should know what it is.
I'm gonna be
I don't know.
honest.
I'm not saying that
honest.
it's like condoning that the dad should be like, clitoris.
I'm gonna be honest. When I banged on the fucking wall that night and said, "fucking labia,"
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he didn't yell clitoris. He yelled
I was
labia.
low.
Labia.
I was
Labia.
out of line.
It was late.
He was waking her up for, you know, he's giving her the birds and the bees talk.
She had school the
No,
next day. It was
I
on
was
a
not trying to
Thursday
wake her
night.
up and give her the fucking talk. It was more like somehow labia
He
came up
did
during
have
the
the talk
show,
with her.
and I decided that was a good word to fucking, like, you know, promote late at night in my house.
Thursday
However,
night.
my
She's gotta
wife
be up at
was
6.
generally understanding and only hit me with the thing that she had in her hand at the time, which was a
It's a
lint
lint roller.
She was
an
beating your
entire
ass with
lint
it.
fucking roller. Okay.
She didn't have nuggets, so what did you expect?
Oh, if she had had nuggets, she could have thrown them on the
nuggets.
floor, and I would have like rolled over and like been eating. Okay, but she didn't.
Nugget-induced feral rage.
Instead of
He would
instead
have
of
Yoshi'd those fucking nuggets.
instead of carrot, she went with stick, and like stick actually worked out better in that moment because no matter what, I still had fucking nuggets later.
Oh my god.
Moral of this
So
story:
bad. What a night.
nuggets.
The sad part about all of this, okay, for all of those like wannabes that like roll what 25 fucking CSM fucking interviews, or like Asterothi who did like 5, or all these other people, right? This show every fucking week, no matter what goddamn holiday it is, like whether or not you were rolling fucking St. Patrick's Day, whether or not you were rolling fucking Cinco de the 5th of May, all right? This show
Why
will
can't
be
we say
here for
that?
you.
What holiday is it today?
We can't say it because you know what?
talking about?
We no longer talk about things called Cinco Day when we know.
But Cinco de
those
Mayo
people are
literally
just-
means the 5th of May in Spanish. That's all you're saying is the 5th. So us saying the 5th of May is
Exactly.
just saying the exact same thing
We're
in a
not
different
trying
language.
To tell people, hey, come here for our Corona-inspired holiday, okay? Just come here. Well, no, don't come here. Actually,
Don't come
that's what
here.
it's saying. Don't come here, okay?
Wait, so you're saying like
The
if
5th
you
of
went to
May.
talk to someone that was Spanish
just
and they
the
didn't
5th of
understand
May.
English, you're like, the 5th of May, they'd be like, ¿qué? And you're like, Cinco de Mayo,
¿Qué?
they're like, oh, hey, gringo, hey, fuck you, eh.
No. 5th of May. All right. Because that was like given out as an executive order that none of us on EVE Online should call it Cinco de Mayo. All right. Like, I'm just trying to, like, this is not about Dirk. This is about trying to, like, not be arrested by the police. Okay. I'm just trying to fucking hold out here. Okay. I want to be able to come back next week because I
you
didn't get
resisting?
arrested for being the 1984th, like, you know, kind of like person from last week. All right. You guys all want me to come back because I'm not portraying like.
So
what-
with that little, whoa, we've reached maximum Dirk for the night.
no, because you know what? I would either go take a piss or I'd fucking grab some goddamn chicken
Welcome,
nuggets.
ladies
or
and
whatever.
gentlemen. We've now reached maximum Dirk. Hold
No.
on.
See, that's what's so sad about the whole maximum Dirk theory. It's like it doesn't. It's like a fucking band, right? My
Dirk
wife
Mayo
apparently-
de Cinco Throat donated $3 thirsty for tequila.
All right. What I am going to say about this is all of you, Jay McClain. Jay McClain and his lovely fucking wife. All right. My crazy girl. All right. Jeremy LeBlanc. We have no idea about that guy. He's still questionable right now. All right. Drayden, we know he's still young. He's still trying.
Am I young?
Well, you are still young,
I'm gonna be
right? Aren't you?
32 in like
What's
5
questionable
months.
about
Oh
I
my
don't
god!
understand.
Oh my god! You're totally fucking gay and a homesteader.
Oh my.
Dude,
Oh.
a gay homesteader?
You're a gay Idahoan homesteader. All right, but this show right here, all those other fucking shows out there, you can have some guy telling you who you think you should vote for CSM. None of us have ever said that here, right? We've had some people on. We've had Noobman. We've had Sullen Decimus. We've had people who like can really talk about this that are incumbents. Jin Tan, right? We've had people who are legitimate incumbents for the CSM. We've also had people that like where we're talking real issues about why you should gather together to talk about organizing within EVE to have your views represented. We have never said you should vote for this guy, you should vote for that guy, because number one, none of us fucking know. Even the people who are talking about this don't know. But what you should do
Dirk,
is
why
have
are
a
you running?
motherfucking drink every Friday night. You should have a drink every Friday night talking about bullshit related to EVE. Bitch, pour a drink. Your own.
Hold
I'll
on.
pour
Once
my own.
once
Okay.
I start Twitch streaming, we're gonna do Sunday evening board games with the McLeans and the McGurks.
And that's all fucking
Oh,
cool.
shit.
And that's all fucking cool. You know, I'll fucking roll a 20-sided
I'll
die.
do that.
All right. But I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't give out our opinions. We haven't done that ever on this show. I know who I'm gonna vote for. You decide who you're gonna vote for. How all this shit's gonna fucking go down. No matter
And then
how
also
drunk I
vote for
was, I
Rogan.
never endorsed a motherfucking candidate. I'm not gonna fucking do that now. But we should all be involved with who represents us on even a space fucking, I'm pouring a drink right now, council. And vote
Isn't
for
like
Rogan.
getting super drunk every Friday like good for your heart or something like that? Isn't that what I've heard that
Few
said
drinks
before.
a night, man.
Actually, I think getting drunk every night on a Friday.
I think it was
is
one
good for
glass
your
of
heart
red
as
wine
long
a
as you don't
day
do
is
it
the
next
actual
night.
thing, but why drink
Shots to all you bitches out there. Tell a friend to fucking vote. This is what should happen. You should vote. Vote. Care about who you vote for. Whether it be that guy with crazy fucking hair or that bitch who's like, you know, well, she's just a bitch, but, you know, or it's like Toxic Yakin, or whether it be fucking Sion Kumatomo last year. Just fucking vote.
Shots?
Shots.
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 Yeah, they say a glass of red wine
Or Rodent.
each day is healthy for you, but
Rodent.
I just choose to, instead of take one glass of red wine a day, bank all of those drinks to the Friday night and then
I did
turn
not
them
get kicked out
into
of PL. I did not get
shots of
kicked out of
vodka,
PL.
but then you go 2-to-1 because that's the conversion rate from wine to vodka. So you go 14 shots of vodka on Friday night is equivalent to one glass of red wine a night. So I'm like helping my heart right now.
I don't
So-
think you can really pay it forward like that, though, Drayden.
No, I
Pay
well,
it forward.
hey,
There you go.
I did not get kicked out of PL. I just want to say that fucking right now. I did not get kicked out of PL.
I have a doctorate in
I-
health science. This
I
is
left-
Dr. Dre's science advice. Just
Yeah.
get wasted on
Drake.
Friday and you'll live
Oh,
longer.
We're gonna take
Sound more
3
like
minutes
Dr.
for Dr.
Demento.
Dre's science advice. Tell us, Dr.
What?
Dre.
Dr.
Dr.
Dre
Dre.
just says get wasted on Friday, you'll live longer.
No,
Page
seriously.
and Dr.
Share your
Drayden.
pie hole and
Dr.
you'll hear
Drayden.
it.
Page and Dr. Drayden.
Somebody's like, Dirk got fucking kicked out of PL. It's like, dude, I didn't.
That's actually
I
probably
didn't.
I should probably put some disclaimer like that's actually
I
fake
got
advice and I'm not a
accepted
doctor.
And with
based
this-
on false
Just in
premises.
case I don't want to
And
get my
with- and
ass
with
sued
this-
for someone actually doing that and dying.
With this last shot, we've now reached maximum over Dirk. So that's where we're at
Dr.
right now.
Drayden would be
When I
akin
picked
to
that
Dr.
name
Ruth
years ago, it
Westheimer.
like didn't make sense. Now that I picked it, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously though, drunk Canadian right now would be chiming in, be like, you know what? I'm gonna go do some Call of fucking Duty.
Well, he would have
Even
chimed in a
Jeremy
while ago.
LeBlanc right now is like, you know what? I
He
don't
would have
know
said,
how to
"Hey, my
fucking,
stream
like,
started
carry a
35
drunk
minutes ago."
Canadian."
Just saying. But
Yeah, where's DC?
Oh, he was busy tonight.
Yeah,
He's got shit he's got to do tonight. You know,
I
so-
said I would take his slot. So I mean, but hey, well,
we have as much time as
that's
we
what I'm saying. Like,
fucking need.
we'll keep going with this
Oh,
until we
Jesus.
decide to end, and then I'll just take
That's
his
what's so
slot.
bad.
And there's no one comes up
That's
after
what's
him.
also so bad about Eve Northeast.
I don't think.
is like the place that actually needs a Twitch stream does not have the bandwidth to do a Twitch stream.
We can do video. I'm getting set up so we can do video.
No, it's so fucking hard at fucking Eve Northeast. They've got no
No,
internet.
no, not
It
for
is so
streaming.
hard.
Not for
we were
streaming.
like,
Not
we
for
were like
streaming.
way back in like 1984 up there.
Not for streaming. We could take video and then put it on the internet later.
If I make it to Eve Northeast, can I bring MREs?
Dude,
yeah, you
you
can.
can bring
Yes.
MREs, but you're the one eating them because fuck
No,
that
McLean
shit, bro.
loves them.
Fuck that shit.
He
Whatever
ate those
has
things for
flavor at the
years.
end
He's
of
like,
the
these
night,
are my
I'll eat it."
favorite. What's
I
your
mean, I know how to slap a good MRE meal together.
what's your favorite
That
MRE?
doesn't mean I'm gonna.
Meals ready to eat.
At the
I
end
gotta
of the
say,
night,
there's a barbecue pork rib sandwich.
Yes, there
They
is.
can
some
put a
cheese on that
sandwich in a
motherfucker?
package.
No, they even have like vegetable vegetarian choices now. So
Oh,
it's
why would you
crazy.
go vegetarian?
Yeah.
If there's no meat,
You're in the field, man. You
I
got no
don't-
choice.
I don't. If there's no meat, I don't eat. That's my motto in life.
I'm just in it for the Skittles, to be honest.
There's a ton of sodium in all of that, and also if you eat that, you won't shit for days.
Yep.
No,
Just
dude,
a heads up,
It's
in case
tactical.
you're thinking about eating MREs.
I can eat with salt, or I can shit with salt. Okay, yeah, it's clear. Yeah, we'll just do this till we decide to end it, and then I'll play. Because I need to finish.
We're Skeptic. We should get Skeptic on here, and he can talk about.
He's got the address.
the
If he pops
boats
on, I'll
of the
drag him up.
U.S. Navy.
But
Ooh.
no, I gotta finish
Then
episode
maybe Rodin
2
and
of
Skeptic
Half-Life
can
2 tonight.
Navy it up like a
Totally
bunch
can
of
Navy it
fucking
up.
sailors.
Yes, we can.
Fucking dirty sailors.
All right. Actually, talking about like the funds and stuff, and I was right now I'm actually in the middle of paying out all my investors. That shit fucking sucks. Paid out 20
yeah?
mil. Yeah, dude.
Oh, you gotta be like, you gotta divest yourself, right? If you're running.
Nah,
for
I gotta like
CSM?
break away. I gotta totally break away. It sucks. So right now, like last night, I paid out 20.
You could be
bill
like
for
Trump
Trump
and have
payments.
your son run that shit.
No, well, he's my he's my freighter pilot, so we'll see.
What about Navy?
There it is.
Hey.
You talk about your dirty Navy fucking sailor shit.
So that one time in Cambodia.
Yes.
Jesus, really? Are you in Cambodia?
Yeah, I've been to Cambodia. It's fun.
Jesus. Is it dirty as fuck there? Did you get like dysentery and shit?
Well, it's not like we slept in the jungle.
Oh, yeah, you
There
probably
was,
stayed on your ship, huh?
Yeah, we just stayed on the ship, and then there was a what do you call it? The boardwalk had bar after bar after bar after bar that had like 50-cent draft beers, Tiger beer, which will give you a hangover no matter
Tiger beer's
what.
nasty. Fuck that.
Yeah, and then and $2 shots or mixed drinks.
Yeah,
Awesome.
those when they set up shop like right outside the ships, man, and this is just awesome. It's cheap booze all around. Thailand, same thing.
Yeah, I heard
Did you
some
ever worry
stories
about
from
Thai
some
boys,
Marines
though?
in
I'm
Thailand.
gonna be honest.
Oh yeah.
I mean, McLean, you're like Thailand, yeah, and it's like Thailand is not the Bangkok that you remember years ago.
In what way?
I've actually been to Thailand just on regular vacation.
I mean, honestly, Bangkok was like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, it was. I was actually there when I was stationed in Japan. We actually saved up some money and vacationed in Thailand. We were there for like a week. I literally went there, not including my plane fare, with like $1,000. We came back with fucking change, man. Everything's so cheap. It's crazy.
Fireball.
Now we're going way beyond maximum over Dirk. We can't make any promises at this point, ladies and gentlemen.
We've already expended our warranty at this point.
The best part about Fireball is it definitely gives the other person in your life fresh breath. It does. It's like chewing a pack of Dentine and being like, "Baby, kiss me. It'll be all okay."
Ah, that cinnamony.
You gotta get hold of some lead slingers booze.
I really totally wish that we were like at maximum overdurk rating. Oh my god, that is the fucking name of the show. That's been the name of the show that I've been trying to break away with for years. Maximum overdurk.
Overdurk.
Holy shit!
It
Dude,
needs
you
to have like a
fucking coined the
80s
term.
action theme.
I mean, after
like that?
Dirk was cool, but like maximum overdurk is way fucking better.
You're gonna have to pay me for that one though.
I know. Dude, I'll keep you warm in your fucking like tent that takes you 45 minutes to set up.
No, it's actually very easy to set up.
I know, but like he has all these things he has to do to it, and it's like
So I have like one
he
of
has
those
an
big-ass
exceptional
tents
tent. He's
with,
got like a
2
tent
or
where like
3 rooms
an
in it,
army
and it
colonel
stinks
would
like-
have.
I was impressed with
It's a cabin tent.
Meridud's whole pack set out in Vegas this year. I was a little impressed with that. Like he showed up with the whole fucking getup.
Meridud was the guy who's like,
Meridud
I am a
crashed on our
Canadian
floor.
Yeah, he was just like, hey, I need a
on your
room. We're like,
floor.
you can stay here. I felt bad because he paid an equal share. It's like, dude, you shouldn't pay an equal share if you're sleeping on the
I
floor.
told him he
He's
could.
Canadian.
He
He
could
doesn't
crash
know the
there all he
difference.
I was like, dude, I don't
Number
even care.
one,
You don't have
you
to pay
charged
anything, but if
Meridud
you're
this
gonna
year?
pay something, pay like a quarter, and we'll cover the rest because we're getting
If you-
pets.
If you charged
You guys are
Meridud this year,
terrible.
like, and didn't actually have a piece of his ass, you guys raped him
Well-
and then took his money.
Well, he didn't know, so
We don't talk about
He-
that.
Yeah,
He's
it's-
Canadian. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
You guys are the
Well, I mean,
Xander
it came
Fina
down.
fucking-
it came down
LB's
to
like, what
whether
the
or not,
fuck?
Like he'd be able to go or not if he didn't have a room. Like, so we were like, just stay with us, bro. Like, no charge.
I loved
Just
when he
come on
showed
down.
up. He
Well,
looked
he
like
spent
he looked
3
like those
weeks
guys
in
that are like
Europe,
the.
So he didn't.
He looked
care.
like the backpackers that you see on the side of the highway that actually
He
aren't
did.
hitchhiking. They're like, it's like, no, I don't want to ride. I'm actually
It's like, no,
intending
don't
to march.
pick me up.
Yeah, don't
I'm
pick me
going
up.
for
I
the
want to hike
journey,
this
bro.
shit. Yeah, he's like, he's like the Forrest Gump of
But
Eve.
Meridud had been with us like the year before, right?
Yeah.
Like he was a TNT veteran. He's like
Yeah.
a guy who like he's like a I don't want to say a kid or a guy. He's like a little guy. Like
No, he's
who
not.
came
He's
out
a
with
big
us the
guy.
year before. And like
not that
what
big.
did you guys do? You put him on the floor with a 1-inch thick fucking like, you know, lay on your back bitch fucking like mattress.
Yeah. Well, it's a
What
pad.
did you
It's not
expect
even a
was gonna
mattress.
happen in there?
It's just a pad. It's like a yoga
Drayden,
mat.
I
Drayden,
expected I was
Drayden,
gonna get some
can we
fucking
not
sleep
treat
until you
our
kept
fellows
Drayden out
better
till
than
7
that?
in the fucking morning, you asshole.
Well, wait. You
However-
called me that.
however,
You're
2
the one
days
that like
ago-
the housekeeper was like housekeeping. You're like, no! Just fucking yelled at her, and she was so terrified she never came back. We didn't get
I'm
room
gonna be
service. We did not get our
To be
room service
fair,
for the entire
before
week.
all of that, I tipped her very well before all of that ever.
No,
went
you
down,
tipped some
so-
guy in the hallway. That was not her.
No, I was the little lady.
I'm gonna be honest. 2 days ago, okay, real time. We're talking here. I talked to Jay McClain about FanFest this year. I'm like, bro, where you staying? He's like, I'm staying at a fucking Habit fucking apartment. I'm like, oh yeah, you know that might be cool. And he's like, no, bitch, you can't be here with me.
Who said this?
I said, why? Do you want me to see if there's a spot?
And it's like, damn, it's like, man, all I want to come is to a
Don't blame
volcanic
me.
island.
Don't blame me on you not going to FanFest, you fucking snake in the grass, motherfucker.
Fucking Sherrard.
It's like
like, bitch,
shit. You're just
I was-
slander my good drunk name. Get out of here.
I was
Sherrard's
ready to pull a Sullivan Hardin and be like, do you know who I am?
Joke is fake news right now. You are literally fake news.
Sherrard's like he likes to
I was
hide to
generally
lure the
thinking-
housekeeping
I was
in,
generally
then
fake
suddenly
news.
walk out naked and feign surprise that they're in the room.
That is what is so fucking cool about Vegas. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you walk out of your room and feign
walk out of your
surprise,
room naked?
there's no surprise. Oh, Meridud.
Housekeeping.
No.
Oh
Housekeeping.
yeah, there's Meridud.
Meridud.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Vegas is not a place where you can feign surprise. You wake up and all it is realism.
Yeah, well, you're not surprised. You see the housekeeper there. He's like,
Holy shit, my ass hurts and I'm sad.
you're just swinging from like 3 to 9 o'clock, and you're like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'll take an extra towel if you could.
But here's the thing. This year, E-Vegas, right? E-Vegas, shit needs to change. Not the fucking venue. I'm going to tell you right now, CCP, not the fucking venue. But, shit, fuck. Not even the goddamn party joint. You got to put a velvet rope up. You got to let some people who it's like, you signed up late, stand in line, bitch.
I would like to see it. Like, I know Planet Hollywood is the perfect venue because of...
It actually is.
It's the perfect venue because of the cost, the atmosphere, and all that.
Hotels are shit, and that is kind of cool for people who are not fucking high rollers. But
right.
Also, the mall that's attached to it is kind of
It's very
realistic class.
It's very convenient, affordable.
Oh, my boys.
It's like the atmosphere and the price is great. Like if E-Vegas should never
if they move it.
E-Vegas should never be in the Bellagio. It should never be in Caesars. It should never be in places like that.
Too pricey.
Not in the Cosmo, like places like that. But I would like to see a different hotel. I would like to go.
Hey, would you do it like at Hard Rock Hotel?
I've never been there. I don't know. Like I've only been in Planet Hollywood.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When you look at the Hard Rock, okay, it is off the fucking strip. It is not out there where people can walk out and fucking have a good time. It is isolated. You need to either walk a distance, which EVE players are not fucking good with, okay, or they do not have the fucking like amenities that the fucking Planet Hollywood does with the Miracle Mile. That Miracle Mile, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a long motherfucking walk to get to some good Mexican food.
It's actually not that far. You went the long way.
It is
that
really
good Mexican
long
spot
when
is
you're
like.
drunk. And I'm trying to give people the better part of valor.
It's
on
like a third, I think. There's a shorter way and a longer way.
On the strip, and if you're not at, let's say, Planet Hollywood, would you go up to Treasure Island? Would you go up to maybe further south down
the
to
Sands?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like I've never been to those hotels, so like they
totally different company.
Those might be great spots. Those might.
Right.
I mean, Treasure Island seems like a good party hotel that's not super expensive, so that might be a good spot for it. Like I said, now I've been to. I mean, I've walked through Cosmo. I've walked through the Bellagio, but it's like I know that those are like high-end price joints.
Awesome.
Like those are higher end price joints, and they're a little
but
bit
that's
more.
the best place to Cosmo.
They're a little bit. They feel a little bit more like ritzy.
I have so many goddamn.
So they're not the place where like you want to have a
spend
bunch of
them
people go
on
get
Cosmo.
drunk and sit there and party.
Like Victor Fell and I ate lunch together, and I was in my bathing suit and cover up.
I mean, like Planet Hollywood is Planet Hollywood is it's not
Solemn
super expensive,
Decimus.
and it's like you go down to the
Decimus,
bars down there, and you just party your ass off, and it's all good. And so Treasure Island might be a place like that as well. I don't know, but I like maybe Hard Rock as well. So I mean, those might be good spots. But I'm just saying like that, like Caesar's Palace. Caesar's Palace is it seems like more of like an uptick place.
Hotel space
The
for your
nerds
guests.
don't dress up enough for those other hotels.
Well, it's
You
up
have
to
to
me,
go
of
to-
course, because I work for
Planet
Caesars.
Hollywood.
I would
Now,
keep it at
Hotos.
we just
Hollywood.
experienced maximum over Kate. 'Cause she just stumbled over that.
I heard it. It was
Nerds don't dress up like that.
nerds don't dress up enough. Maximum Hoto.
I would like to express
don't.
my dismay at her lack of enunciation.
Those nerds don't dress.
Maximum over Kate.
Wait, I don't even know what was the last. Did you say it was like Hoto? What was the last word you said? Oh, they don't
What?
dress up.
Hotel.
Oh yeah, hotel, but
oh,
Hoto.
The hotel.
The Hoto.
is not dressy.
Yeah.
At Planet Hollywood.
Well,
It's
I
not
mean,
dressy. No.
But if you go to
No, it's
Bellagio, it's dressy.
well that
And that's just it. If we went to a place like Bellagio, if we went to a place like fucking Caesars,
Venetian.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the bitch you bring that night, she needs to fucking like hang by the fucking pool and be like ready to fucking roll, right? I mean,
Kate, you know Casey can't hang by the pool unless she's covered in like SPF like 100.
Oh,
No,
stop
but they have cabanas.
That's
bro.
the thing. That's true.
I'm the
But-
same way. I
but
need
you
like
know what a cabana-
I need
you know what a
SPF
cabana
10,000 to be in the
costs
sun for like 5 seconds.
At Hotel Hollywood,
I'm just saying.
versus one of those other places. Like those other places, they're like, bitch, you fucking pale, burn, bitch, burn.
That's terrible.
Okay.
How
No,
dare you?
But at Planet Hollywood, they're like, you know what? Fucking hang, get under the shade. They're trying to give it to them. I'm gonna tell you right now, Planet Hollywood is one of the better places for
Exactly.
EVE Online. It's not one of the better places for people who are throwing money out at Star Citizen.
There's got to be other hotels like that though, right?
No,
It would be
No,
Paris.
there
I
might
would-
be.
you know,
There might
between if it was still a Caesar's property, it would
Paris,
probably
not
be
Paris.
Paris,
Paris
but
is
Paris is a little
upgrade.
too
Caesar's
small.
is dressy.
Caesar's is a little too expensive for, you know, the common person, unfortunately. And I don't want to say it in a mean way, but yeah, Planet Hollywood is the perfect middle ground for everybody. It's the perfect spot on the strip, and if it's going to be in a Caesar's property, it's got to be at Planet Hollywood.
See, that's just it. We don't want to exclude high seckers.
No.
Hey, I'm coming
You know what I mean?
regardless this
It's
year.
like-
So
Yeah, it's like, look,
Dan's
we
like,
know
what?
that nullsec has some is to throw around, right? But we want to also have the people from the lower echelon of EVE be there. We want
The
alphas
lower
to be
echelon.
there.
The
There's
lower
no
tier
t-shirt
players
Below their
wearing
station.
at the
of New Eden.
Caesars.
Yeah, exactly.
anything like
and I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry. You know what?
Hey,
This is
shout
not
out to all
against
you
you.
low tier nerds out there. Come to Vegas.
But we don't want to exclude you, but we're not willing to literally have our fucking fan fest at, you know, in a goddamn ghetto. We're just not. Unless you have free code.
The ghetto
for everyone.
MGM.
But
Well, I mean, like,
do you not
Planet
agree
Hollywood
with
is
Lane?
kind
I
of
mean,
a
seriously,
ghetto.
it's like, I mean, poor Mrs. McGurk right now. Like, poor Mrs. McGurk is like, look, all I want to do is hang out while the fucking nerds are at a spaceship thing. I want to be out there with the fucking other wives, fucking hanging by the bar, drinking margaritas.
Exactly.
Well, that's next year, right? Because
No,
Casey's done with school
Yes.
and it's
Exactly.
JC is coming.
Yeah, Casey's gonna fucking be there. Fucking Solomus's girl is gonna fucking be there. Like, the girls are all gonna be, and I hate to say that because some of the girls will be out there going, "Hey, what are you guys doing with the fucking Citadel skins?"
Wait,
Right,
who's
but-
Casey?
No.
McLean's wife.
Oh, right, okay.
But we all know Vegas is a party place from dawn till dusk. It is the fucking party of the year about what you make of it. This is not fucking Iceland where like they wake up and decide, nah, maybe we party today, maybe we don't. Vegas is the shit. And everybody should pile into that. No matter how many fucking tickets they sell, it is the fucking party zone. You will be fucking welcomed. We are going to have a fucking good time this year, regardless of what happens out there on the fucking volcano.
When do tickets usually go on sale? April, right?
Literally the
FanFest.
last day of
We're
the
gonna find out
volcano
after
fan
FanFest.
fest. Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to tell you right now, for those of you who listen to this fucking show, Jesus Christ, we try and give you public service announcements. This is one of them.
Well,
Exactly. I cannot.
all the early birds are gone,
I'm
right?
not trying to front run myself. I'm not trying to front run myself. Please, people, while those fucking mongs out in goddamn Iceland are listening to whatever bullshit they're being fed during that time, as soon as they announce the fucking dates for E-Vegas, log the motherfucker on. Grab your fucking cheap ass tickets. Get out to E-Vegas for this year because E-Vegas is still more motherfucking fun.
So
Man, it
I'll
sounds like
plug
you're
myself.
super salty about not
Shot.
going to FanFest.
Shots. Well,
Fuck
I
you,
am going
bitch.
to plug myself a little bit. I'm not going to be. I am going to FanFest. I'm not being a host on the CCP stream, but I am going to be a guest, and I will be talking about Eve Vegas.
Yeah, bro.
Specifically,
I'll interview the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
You will be
specifically
talking
what
about
I
Eve
do.
Vegas, or you're
I
going
will
to
be
Eve
talking.
Vegas?
Well, of course, I always do Eve Vegas, but
Thank
I'll be
you,
talking
Blasphemy.
about Eve Vegas and what I do for Eve Vegas as a volunteer, and all the different things that are available through Vegas, and just not the thing. So I don't want to, kind of plug myself, but I am. Anyway,
I feel like this show has been pimping Eve Vegas for like a while now. I mean, I'm not going to say.
Well, we
that
have
were in
since
when it was
the
still
first
like a
Vegas we
12
went.
cent
So
deposit, but
the last 3 Vegases we've
do you
pimped
remember
it.
that Vegas? Do you remember
The
do you
very
remember
first
that
one?
fucking
Yeah, I
Vegas?
do. It was a
It was still-
$3,000 plus
But
expense
the year
Vegas.
before that, like I think Blast 'Em to Hell was out there. What was your first Eve Vegas?
my first Eve Vegas was actually when it was at the Paris, and I kind of snuck into the event.
Oh, they had one at the Paris.
Yes. So that
Oh.
was
See,
like
I had
2
to
years
walk all
into
the way
it.
over to the Paris
That's
for my
before-
Coke this year. So that's like
You say
fucked up.
all the way
Yes.
over. It's next door.
Yeah, the next one though that was full and that I
Dude,
actually
they're
worked
big
with
hotels. This shit is like fucking down the road.
was the first one. The first one was at the Rio. I think that's where I met you, Dirk. Was at the Rio.
No. My first fucking Eve Vegas was goddamn Planet Hollywood.
3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 years ago was the
This'll be
first
my
one we went to.
fourth this
3
year,
years
so
ago.
This place is like
Which I think was
been my life
Vegas
for fucking like last
2.
3.
I think it was the official. There was the first one, was just the general meetup. Then there was the Vegas 1, which was like the first one that
I was
CCP
there-
started getting involved in. Vegas 2
I was there
was
when
the
they
one that we
first
went
started getting
to,
involved.
and then we went to the one after that, and then last year's
Well,
was 3.
Originally, yeah, the Eve Vegas was a Goon Run event, a very way back in the day.
Yeah.
So there was a couple years at Paris. Then it moved to Rio. Then when CCP took it over, it was at Planet Hollywood.
Yeah,
And
the
they've
first
been doing
Planet
that
Hollywood
for 3
was the
years
first one that
now.
we went to.
Yeah. And so the first pub crawl for Eve Vegas was at the Link. Then CCP took us downtown, and then last year was at
Pinball!
Pin
Pin
pinball,
crawl! Pin
the
crawl!
pin crawl. But yeah, it was the downtown event. That pub crawl was just amazing.
But
Yeah,
honestly,
I
I
agree.
mean,
The
I mean,
box
look,
box. When
I'm
I
sorry.
when
I'm
I saw
sorry.
Dirk McGurk
Jay
open mouth
McClane-
kiss that dude, I knew that Vegas was the place to be.
It was
It was.
absolutely.
Look, Jay McClane is going to be my fucking measurement this year. Okay, when he goes to Eve fucking
The
Fan
measurement?
Fest, he is. Because when he goes there, and I know he's going to have his PL badge on and all that kind of fucking shit, but he's got to measure it back to, are you in Vegas though, bro? Every time he makes a fucking measurement out there, he's got to be like, am I in Vegas though, bro?
Jay McClane's going to 1v1
Would I
you at
be
the corner of
willing
Las
to
Vegas
lay
Boulevard
my
and
life
Flamingo.
down to die for this, bro?
Whoa, now.
Yes.
Exactly, man.
I-
exactly. Are you willing to raise the fucking flag?
I don't do that anymore.
I'm just saying, like, if you had to, and like it was a movie, and like people were like saying McLean Team 6 was like the shit.
Look at that.
It's just Jay
Oh man,
McClane.
that was a good fucking time. Fucking Drayden. My wife has got some like old school pictures that I wish she would like learn how to like,
wait, who was
chime
that?
out.
That was you, me, Dirk, and who?
That girl from England.
That girl from England. Don't you remember that girl from England, bro?
Oh,
I wish I
just
did.
an update. If you're going to be
Oh,
catching
yes.
FanFest on Twitch, because you're not going,
Was that
I'm
the
gonna be
was
one
that
of the
last year? Or was that the
ETV
first
presenters.
Vegas?
Yes,
Howard-
pimp it up, Jay
Oh
McClane.
man, I don't remember much of the
Howard,
first Vegas.
I'm
That was
gonna
the
say this.
Chateau night.
Jim McLean, look, you're gonna be an ET presenter this year. What I ask of you is this:
I'll give you a shout out, Dirk.
I do not want you to represent anything but you, bro.
Just me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
I'm
Artie.
the only American
Fucking
on the group,
Shadow.
so
No,
Yeah.
Shadow. Yeah, I call him Artie actually now, but just because it's what I always see on his thing. But
Here's the thing: you no longer need to fucking lash on to the rest of us for how we fucking lashed you into this goddamn retarded community. I use the word retarded. Believe me, I have a totally whole fucking high school thing about that, but whatever. All right. You, my man, are one of the personalities that, like, we all fucking revolve around.
Yes.
I love you, Dirk.
No, I know. I do not want you to make me
fucking
cry.
Rohan.
I do not want you to make me cry about your fucking, like, downsided things.
That was hold up. That was a good That was a big
like
tearjerker presentation, but that was a good presentation.
Exactly. Tearjerker presentations have got to fucking end.
No, it was good.
That is one of the
I was not expecting it. I didn't know what to expect, and then like 5 minutes in, I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna need a tissue, cause holy shit.
I'm doing a fireball shot right now to make them end. From now on, fireball shots make that shit end.
Yeah, you're fucked, Drayton.
Drayton, you have never been good about puzzles. Whatever.
If you watch me on Saturdays when I'm sober, like Saturdays I'll have like one White Russian and I'm good.
Our community,
I figure them out pretty quick.
Right now,
well,
Drayton,
quick for me.
No adult decisions for you for the rest of the night.
Oh man.
I've learned more about our community and more about the fucking world and how we should all interact with one another. Okay? Holy shit. Slur plus fucking dopey mentality.
Maximum
in right now.
over jerk.
Maximum over jerk. Dude, you coined the fucking term. You own it. Okay? I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna charge you a nickel.
We can all do better for one another. We can all do better for each other. Like, even if we don't care about that fucking each other part. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't. Turkestan is a fucking harsh place. It really fucking is.
Dirk.
But we can all fucking own our place and hanging out with one another and being like, yeah, you know what, bro? I enjoy you. I've enjoyed your ass
Dirk.
so much, so dude. Your ass is something I have enjoyed more than I want to know. And I know your wife right now is frowning and saying, I don't want my fucking husband's fucking ass to be enjoyed by people who are like too enjoyable about it. But I love you. That's all I want to say is I love you.
I love you,
And my wife right now is going, oh my God, I'll never share a tent with this guy again.
There's some serious man love going on right now, and I
Dude,
love you, Dirk.
All we have to do is love each other. That's all that matters, is loving each other, bro. And Bam Stroker.
And Bam Stroker.
And Bam.
Like, he's got to be in there. I
And
mean,
that's-
it's not a
and
man
that's what
pile without
brings
Bam
us all-
Stroker.
We all know that what brings us all together regarding ass love or like, you know, the things that happen out in places is Bam Stroker.
Yeah. He's our Aussie bro Mandingo son. And he just kind of revolves
It's
around.
sad about him, man. It's like, why can't he live in a hemisphere that's not like lower than us?
Why he's got to live with the dinosaurs?
It's so bad. It's like, dude, when did you even grow up?
Poor Bam. We'll mourn his AU time zone.
It's so bad. Oh, Bam. Bam and fucking McLean. Hold on. I'm going to tell you
That's
right
a
now.
good one. Put that one up on Twitter.
Hold on. This is what's so bad, right?
Like right now, Kate.
Okay.
When your wife knows who Bam Stroker and Jay McClain is and is like willing to like pull it up from their fucking iPhone fucking archive of like, there are like 7,000 fucking pictures on her phone and she can find who Bam Stroker and Jay McClain is.
That's love, my man.
Seriously, hold on. People know. They care. They know about the shit that happens with like Eve Lives. Eve Lives Matter.
Eve Lives Matter. Hands up, don't pod.
I mean, that's like fucking scary. I could not pull up pictures that I had from Eve like 2015. Eve Vegas 2015. I've got too much shit on my fucking phone. She's got more gigabytes than she needs. That's what this is saying. She's saying, hey, I don't need as many gigabytes. You know, cut me back.
Cut it back. Is it
All
in
right.
the cloud or is it on her phone?
I've intentionally been more of a dick
My
than what I
phone.
needed to tonight. All right, so would one of you please jump the fuck in and cut Dirk off? Just like be like, hey,
You're being just fine. Just calm down. bro.
no, I'm not.
Yeah,
Jeremy LeBlanc needs to talk. Jeremy LeBlanc needs to talk more about maple syrup or Beyonce or whoever the fuck it is.
How about
You
that?
can talk
maple
about
syrup,
Lady
bro?
Gaga all night, and I can listen
Oh my god,
to you.
can we talk about Lady Gaga from 2009 when it actually mattered?
Ouch. Jesus,
Savage.
Dirk. You're
But
a real
if-
catty bitch tonight.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Back when I had my gay moment back in 2009, I was all on the fucking Lady Gaga thing. But like, she did not carry me through like the bye until 2017. Fuck it, I'm a totally NFL. Jesus Christ, people, fucking talk while I'm doing a shot.
Sorry, I'm trying to set up slot schedules tomorrow night.
What
Trying to
fucking
pay up
schedules do you have
people.
to? I swear to God, these fucking people from
Damn
Canada.
skeptic.
No,
I saw
no,
that clip, bro.
No, it's a
We've been carrying people from Canada on this show for the last fucking year. Okay, look, I'm
What
gonna
does
be
that do
honest
with
right
anything?
now. Drunk Canadian, I love you, bro. Okay, when I thought that we felt that
This has nothing to do. Like, that scares me. Has nothing to do with Drunk Canadian. It's my slot tomorrow night. I don't.
Jeremy, right
I don't
now.
think I'm gonna be home
I
tomorrow
don't know
night
what
for it.
Jeremy is doing right now. I think he might be mining. Okay.
I'm
Either
ratting.
A, they're trying to fucking underscore rod me in the ass, or B, they're fucking like not engaged with this show. Are you engaged with this show?
Dirk, I'm engaged with the show. You talk a lot, and you talk loud.
I do, bro.
And I don't want to be rude and cut you off because it's your show.
And
So
because
No,
he's
it's not my
Canadian.
fucking show. This show is not the fucking Dirk McGurk show.
I'm tracking that.
It's do you
Oh,
have a fucking
wait.
set of nads underneath
wow.
your fucking
All right, so
rotor?
this
Wait.
This is the part where we cut the show.
This
We're
is-
done,
wait,
folks.
hold on.
We've gone
No.
way past maximum over.
Stop, everyone, stop.
No, this show should never have been about maximum overdose. This show, for these bitches that have been...
Wait. This is not the
these
Dirk
show-
McGurk show. This is
for
not.
these bitches that have been around since before BC died. You know what this show is about? This show is about people who can actually set a set of nads onto the fucking table and be like, yeah, fucking hammer that shit, bitch. No, you don't have the fucking balls to come
Like
at
with
me.
nails?
Okay? Nads.
Come at
Well,
me,
but
bro.
hammer them with nails or
Never
just hammer
should
them straight?
Anybody put nails on a fucking table with nads. And I'm
That's
sorry.
it's terrifying
Listen,
because
look,
it actually
I
happens.
fucking love Jeremy LeBlanc. I'm gonna tell you right now, the last time I was introduced to him, okay, it was last year, right before fucking Eve Vegas. But even my man, fucking Drunk Canadian, whoever the fuck it is, this show is about people who will battle. They will fucking PvP for fucking talk space. And I'm sorry, if your face is off fucking angled in another goddamn direction, you have another intention with what you came into this with. I am a fucking dick. I am somebody who will fucking talk about things that are going on. I have nothing to say. And if you can't beat somebody who has nothing to say,
You have all the things to say.
I have nothing to fucking say. I am a fucking empty vessel. So fucking come at the empty vessel.
So go and fill
I am
him
just
up, is
somebody
what
who
he's
knows
saying.
that fucking
Hell,
Why are you
rail.
not filling his vessel? Get in there. Elby, get in there.
I've already
God,
done.
seriously,
I don't know if
get
I
in
want
there.
to.
I've already done that.
Get in there and fill his
Better than
vessel.
all of you.
I've filled that vessel.
Fill his vessel. Is that too much to ask for you to fill his vessel?
It might be.
I guess you're just not man enough for the
Serious.
task.
Don't
No.
fill his vessel.
I'm gonna leave his vessel alone, I think.
My wife would like to say, please go speak before Dirk fills his vessel. I'm doing the shot. My wife's fucking fireball.
That's the dirty Sanchez.
It is, but it's just the look on the face. We got
And I'm
to
doing
do Random
fucking Tito's vodka
McNally
chaser.
followed.
My wife is gonna go right now. I'm
Random,
going to
what's
talk
up?
to
You
the
must
other-
be in channel.
Hold on.
Kate, I
Yeah,
just
Random
say
McNally
you're
just
fucking
followed.
saint, all right.
Kate is a fucking Twitter, fucking Facebook whore. I'm sorry. The whore has nothing to do with it. Okay.
Stop
That
shaming.
girl right now, her forefinger can't move fast enough. She's like moving. Talk to them, baby. Talk
What
to
do
them.
you want me to say?
Tell them. You know what? I don't give a shit. Tell
Yes,
them about
McLean,
me.
McLean, I am a saint. Now you
No,
see why
hold
I
on.
tweet the
I'm gonna
shit
go
that
take
I
a
tweet.
piss. I'm gonna go take a piss right now. Right now.
Right
It's gonna
now?
be- I give
On air, are you gonna take a piss?
I give 100% position for my wife to say Jeremy LeBlanc is a Canadian and just licks off to the side. Dirk cares about all of you, but whatever.
Just
You're getting fucking soggy, nasty nuggets.
Fucking Kate's nugget
Kate,
revenge.
where's my
Exactly.
nuggets?
Give 'em to the
Kate,
dog. I'll give 'em
where's
to you.
my nuggets?
This is the part of the Maximum Over Dirk movie where he like spirals down to his lowest point.
Dude,
but then he
I
builds
tweeted out a
himself
picture of
back
him
up.
passed out.
He's gonna build himself back up. He's gonna be stronger, and there's gonna be a really sick '80s montage to do it in.
Yeah, this is the part of the movie where he runs through the Russian mountains and he lifts the cart and all that shit, and then at the
Then
end
he's
he comes
getting
back.
stronger, right?
Yeah, he's getting stronger. Yeah.
Oh God, please don't say that.
I mean, he's just bottomed out, Maximum Over Dirk, and now we're shooting for the stars. He's coming back for that championship, kids, and he's gonna get it. He's putting in the work.
Where are my nuggets?
Yeah, where my
That is
nuggets?
like the best.
The way that Laszlo spelled it, he's like, where are my nuggets?
I couldn't
Laszlo, you
asked me
spelled that fucking perfectly, my man. That is exactly how it sounds.
Where are my nuggets, Kate?
Where are my nuggets, Kate?
That's exactly what you said to me. I'm like, what? What nuggets? From
Where
yesterday?
tarnation my nuggets?
Mind you, this was like the day before in the morning that he ordered the nuggets. Damp box, wet nuggets, gave them to dog.
It's not wet, it's just greasy. That's just what grease does when it gets cold.
No, it was wet. The box, it went from like 85 to 55.
So that's
It was-
just condensation wet in the box of the greasy nuggets.
Right, it was like the
He
breading
ate one
was
off
like,
the grass outside, is what I've heard.
Oh, the
Like
grass.
you must have
outside.
like when you fed the dog
tent
must have
was
missed
filled
one,
with
and he found it and he gobbled that shit up.
I don't know what he
It was a nugget off the ground that was wet. He said it.
Casey just said,
The
yeah,
dog
he
was
was
like,
eating nuggets.
These are shitty nuggets.
Fucking random. I like a damp box. Jesus, man.
Random's such a dirty old man.
He is.
Random is. I love random.
He's gonna be out at FanFest with his wife. That's gonna be great.
Even the dog didn't want them. He's like, these are shitty.
Steelhorse, I seen that clip, bro. I
Probably
seen it.
tastes the same.
The German Shepherd knew better than Dirk.
George Shepard's like, these nuggets suck. I'm only eating 9 out of 10, not all of them. He can have that last
He
one.
was so proud when he found those
20
nuggets.
nuggets.
He was showing everybody he found the nuggets.
I know. I was so embarrassed.
Oh.
Oh, it was
Holy
so
shit.
awful.
Oh my god. Why am I still drinking alcohol at this late at night? What the fuck
Yeah,
is
what
happening?
are you doing, Drayden?
What am I doing to
Remember what I
myself?
said
Clock
about
out
those
there.
adult decisions?
Drayden, what time is it? 9 o'clock? Drayden,
Oh
it's
my
9
God.
o'clock.
You can't do that on Twitch. Sorry.
Well, they could see I wasn't doing that.
No, I'm not talking about you, bro.
Oh.
All right, maximum
Help
over,
me.
Dirk.
Help me.
Poor Kate.
Oh. Yeah, Dirk, you have
He's
to,
just
Dirk, you
gonna
have to keep your
pop
pants
you.
on. Dirk has to keep his pants on.
It's Jesus, Kate, to you.
Jesus,
Yes,
Kate.
Jesus.
Are you Jesus?
Yeah. According to McLean.
No.
Where's the
I
beard?
can't remember what you said in that tweet, but my only reaction was, Jesus, Kate. Holy shit. It was pretty
But you
savage.
know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, he wasn't saying he wasn't saying Jesus, Kate, as in you're Jesus, Kate. He's like, Jesus, Kate. Holy shit, I feel bad for you, Kate. Two totally different fucking definitions of Jesus, semicolon.
Kate.
Would it
all
be
the
a
words
semicolon?
after
I don't
that.
think a semicolon works there, actually.
Or colon.
I think
or
it's just a
like,
comma, Dirk. It's a comma. Yeah,
It's not
comma.
a comma.
It was a comma.
Let's not bring up colons.
Dirk
at
is
this
searching
point.
for the nuggets.
Even I would not say Dirk colon expunge colon
Okay.
all of you.
Back the fuck off.
All right. Maximum over, Dirk. Poor Kate.
Exactly.
Funny thing is, I
Oh,
actually
man,
know
Nickel.
grammar pretty well, but I hated English classes. With a passion.
All right. I think I'm gonna get off this.
I think it's time to call it. We're an hour and 15 minutes over. I think we're good.
I think it's time. I think it's
Say
time.
later,
We're
bitches.
freaking
What?
out. You saying stop?
It's time to leave Kate to her poor fate for the
No,
rest.
no, don't leave me. Don't leave me alone.
You don't have nuggets to
look.
feed him?
Look,
No.
I don't, dude.
Look, listen here.
I'm
No
a fucking,
nuggets.
I'm a
Look.
fucking prepper. Dirk
A prepper.
learned 3 years ago, right? Prep.
To prep, you got
Prep.
extra nuggets waiting for you.
It's about
No nuggets.
prepping for the aftermath of like what you might do, right? It's not what you will do, it's what you might do. And we should all fucking rely back onto that shit. All right? Look, my wife, good looking girl. All right? Your wife, good looking girl. All right? All these other people, nah.
Yeah,
Nobody gives a shit.
My wife's
Like-
not so good. I mean, like,
No, it's just.
Poor
However,
Drayden.
oh,
I am not trying to fucking fall back on what she can like bring me from like a fucking macaroni and cheese stage. All right, like I want to fucking live a normal life underground when the fucking bombs goes off, right?
I don't.
Would you call it a
Right.
rape
Not with
dungeon?
you.
hey,
Well,
you can't call it
rape
that.
Dungeon might happen in a place that is like above my.
I think the
my
only rape that'd be
threshold.
going on in that dungeon is you raping yourself.
Yeah, is it? I may roll over one day and be like, shit, bitch.
No, Dirk, stop. No,
No,
but I like
but-
it, Dirk.
Oh, Jesus.
However,
He
we
says
know
to
that
himself
we know that
passionately.
we know that we as the Eve players are ready to like adapt.
And the
right?
nuggets.
We know that we're ready to adapt to whatever the situation is. We can do this because we're Eve players, and that we have guns. However, I'm just totally trying to fucking scare right now Xander Fina because he knows that like the guy with the bald head is coming after the fucking dragon with the tank.
What?
Do you guys not watch those? Do you guys not watch those fucking movies? What the fuck? Like
are you talking
none of
about,
you
bro?
watch a movie. Christ.
Not
whatever.
that movie.
Anyways, a dragon. Some guy comes with bald hair and a fucking tank. Do you not know that the guy with the bald hair and a tank is a fucking American?
What?
So bad. Anyways, go ahead. Go back and watch fucking the movie.
Does the
Are we
movie
talking
have a
about
name?
Rain of Fire?
Yes.
Yes,
Rain
it
of
is.
Fire.
Rain of
Oh,
Fire.
that
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
with.
yeah.
Oh yeah. We're like.
That's a cool movie.
Yeah, you can grow up with fucking.
I'm gonna go super spoiler mode on this, but like
when the American with the bald head comes,
Yeah.
in a tank, he's totally willing to fucking like stand up.
Yeah, what was
Even
who was
if
that?
The other guy fucking ends
What
up
actor
killing
was
it
that?
In the end, the guy with the.
That was Matthew McConaughey, wasn't it?
It was fucking Matthew.
It was.
I
It was
drive.
It was Matthew McConaughey in a badass role instead of like his like flowing hair, like super dramatic dialogue
Yeah,
role.
dude. Yeah, dude. You guys have got to be able to like look past what. Are you leaving?
I'm
Are you
going
leaving?
to the bathroom.
Oh, she says she's going to the bathroom. She's gonna take a shit. She'll be back. It's all good.
The thing with that movie, now here's super
I
spoiler
said
mode.
none
If
of
you haven't
that.
watched Rain of Fire and you're dying to see it, okay, that's nobody. Anyway,
McLean.
when you see the
can help
preview,
me
you see him
out?
like jumping like
Drayden,
through the air,
Drayden,
and you see the actual movie. You do not expect him to like jump through this air in this dramatic pose, and then just get eaten nonchalantly. Just like, oh, he's dead. He just got fucking eaten. That's
Drayden,
the end of him.
You can't help me because you're like a fucking Trump whore, but like for me. All right, McLean.
Maybe.
You know my wife.
Are you saying I'm
will not
deplorable?
hide any. You know my wife will not hide any of my deficiencies at all, right?
We're tracking.
Like she will actually present them out to the community. She'll be like, Dirk wanted a fucking chicken nugget that night.
To be
And,
fair, I kind of just did that all night.
I'm just saying, it's like, please, my wife, Shelly wanted to go take a piss. She's like, you know what? I gotta go pee. Whereas I'm like, bitch, where you going? All right, I am a
bitch,
bad
but, like,
American.
the
I am
metaphorical
a
bitch.
bad American. I am a bad American who will pull back on the wife that he thought did not make enough sandwiches for him that day. It's cool, right? I mean, it's like sandwiches are one of those things that like we all rely on. But what about what the changes they're making to asteroid belt? Seriously.
I know.
See,
I think they're gonna
What
make
it
them a
sound-
scam
what it-
thing.
I can make your wife laugh way harder than you can simply by fucking bypassing the fucking laugh joke.
What people were saying is that they're gonna
That's
make
what's so
they're gonna
fucking
spread the
outstanding.
asteroids out and then make the
Casey
visuals
has
bigger.
no idea what Dirk is saying, but she's still like, whoa, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Just so you know, people, Dirk is not funny until your wife laughs and then says, I'm gonna go talk to Dirk.
Oh shit. Yeah, Pro God Legend does have. He's got the Matthew McConaughey like
No,
hair.
Fuck you, Pro God Legend, with your fucking hair and voice.
Pro God's
He's got some
Pro God's
beautiful
hair
hair.
is probably
I
like
gotta say,
the
I gotta
best
give it up to
hair.
that dude.
He has the best hair in EVE Online. Not
Yeah,
even.
My wife's back. None
He's
of
got the
stuff I
Matthew
said before
McConaughey hair.
actually matters.
Like who was it? Caleb was just saying
I
like
made jokes-
if you do a southern
I
accent
made
you'll
jokes
nail
and
the Matthew
nobody
McConaughey. I was
liked
like, I don't have the hair for it. I can't do it. Pro God Legend, if he did a southern accent, could be Matthew McConaughey version 2.
All right.
If
He's
they
from
do an
Louisiana.
Eve, if they do
Alright,
an Eve
alright,
Beauty
alright.
and the Beast, if they do an Eve Beauty and the Beast, it's him, right?
Is it?
He's the fucking
You're
lion,
the
is he
beast.
not?
Oh shit. Aquanus Protocol. Dirk, I'm being asked to relocate to Philly. Thoughts?
Dude, fucking cheesesteaks, bro. I'm like every night cheesesteaks until you get like too fat and then
Oh,
Philly
that's
doesn't
awesome.
want
I
you
love
anymore.
Philly.
They're like
You came from
nuggets,
Philly.
but better.
I did
Yeah,
come from
exactly.
Philly.
Like Philly, this is the whole goddamn thing about fucking like, you know, inner city anywhere where like they let you in. It's fucking fun. It's like good times. Like we party on fucking rooftops and shit. And then like, nah. And then all of a sudden it becomes fucking inner city. They don't actually riot. They don't get on board.
I've heard
like
Philly is
another
like
team.
the worst fan
Philly
base
is a
ever.
fucking
Philly's
awful.
fun.
No,
They-
Philly is fun.
Philly is a great.
When you're
fan
winning,
base
they
for
think they're the
home
top of the
team.
world, and when they lose, they think they like want they're literally like the French Revolution calling for blood.
Look, I'm a
they are
fucking
they are
Cowboys
the what do you
I'm
call
an
it?
Eagles fan.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
we'll
tell you
turn-
right.
we'll-
I fell back
they're not
onto
doing
Philly
well,
during the 1-15
on them.
season because it was like they were fucking hardcore.
It-
they were like real bitch.
They
fucking,
are like the
you know,
song
hometown.
they're like the
We're
public.
never gonna win, but we're still into it. Fucking fans.
Yeah, they're the committee of public safety in the French Revolution, like literally executing everyone the second their team loses anything. Philly is like the hardest crowd to please, is what I've heard.
Do you feel bad? Do you feel bad for fucking McLean, you know, and Casey? And it's like, you look at them right now. It's like, can they hold out during the whole, you know, like fucking Eve thing? Can they hold out? Can they be you and me like 3 years from now?
Honey, if you and me can survive, anybody can.
I think
There you
we're
go.
already at 10 years, so we're doing pretty
I know, but Eve,
We're at 20.
Eve brings it. Eve brings it on a fucking relationship,
20
bro. You gotta
years
realize it's not just
married.
you. You know, like if it wasn't for her, I would have been executed by Eve players as well as her like years ago. This is a commitment, man. This is one of the things that like you as an Eve personality need to be like able to latch onto.
Personality's a bit strong.
You were like literally, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to throw this out there like nonchalantly,
Literally.
but like you're like the Xander Fina of people who are
Listen.
married to an Irish girl kind of people.
I'm Irish.
She's
What?
Irish too.
Just-
20
No.
years. Fan, we've survived.
That's
Ezra-
actually a rough. That's like the
I wanna
weirdest
throw this out
combination
there.
too.
Which is
That's
so
like the
weird
ultimate
because-
rivalry.
It is
Because
an ultimate
Jeremy,
rivalry.
you're right now. That guy from Canada and Canadian and those people, like nobody holds them to account. But you and I, man, we're fucking Americans, right?
Yeah,
Like
buddy.
you're way more American than I am,
Me?
right? But no, not you, Drayden.
Oh,
Fucking McLean.
why is
like,
McLean more American than me?
Well,
Oh, we got a new subscriber, Commander hold on, I gotta read it again. When it comes up.
Commander A's, you
Commander Ace! Oh! I thought it was like Commander Raza.
It's me.
Commander Raza.
Dude, it doesn't stick around. Okay,
From-
Commander Ace. Yeah, there it is. It doesn't stick around long enough on my OBS, so I
From
have to
the
watch it on the
sci-fi
stream
show.
replay.
Look, people from America can
Look,
hold this on
listen.
longer. People from Canada, they're just trying to hang on with us, right? I mean, they're just like, all I want to do is just like be part of these guys. I want to like know them and like hang with them and like, you know, maybe catch a like. I'm looking at Jeremy right now. He's like, I just wish one day I can be a fucking drunk Canadian.
Wait, you started with this Australian accent
That
there.
was like some kind
I
of
did.
weird
It's like an Australian. It's like
Where did that come from?
I just wish one day, mate, I could just make it out here in the
I just wish
wild.
One day, my name could be Bam Stroka.
That, folks, is maximum
Do you remember
over
back in the day
jerk.
when like people like can create casinos because their name was Australian?
Just
the
blimey,
Canadians
bloke.
were
These
wishing for
fucking
that.
American. I was gonna go into British. Like these fucking American Yanks, man.
Wow.
Not
Don't
even
ever do
close.
that
Yeah,
again.
not. I'm bad.
Nope, bad.
Like
I
when I
That's
try to
something
do British accents or anything, like it swings from British to
best thing about
Scottish
throwing
to Australian
shade-
to
the best
Irish.
thing
To,
about
it just
throwing
like goes all
shade
over the
is,
fucking
like,
place.
Escalating it like out there, like big time. Like shade should be one of those things where it's like, no, fuck it. You know what? I don't give a shit. Whoever shade hits is who shade hits.
Only accent I can do is a really, really shitty impersonation of like FPS Russia.
Hold on. McLean, where'd your wife go? She go to the bathroom, or she's like, fuck this, I'm out?
She let the dog out.
All right.
Who let the dogs out?
Oh my god, my wife is like trying to sing Who's Letting the Dogs Out. Why do we have no music in this fucking show? This show has always needed music, Drayden.
I could put music in. I have fucking...
Do it! Do it! Who
Dray-
cares
hey.
if somebody cancels out our voices? Play fucking music.
Drayden and I used to have.
Yeah, we used to.
This year. This is gonna be a fucking crazy year. Okay, look. So, Jay McLean, the guy, the man, the
legend, the dream.
He's gonna be at fucking FanFest this year. He's gonna be hanging out with people that give him a subsidized apartment and all that kind of shit, or whatever. All right. However,
So jealous.
I want a subsidized apartment.
I know. I swear to God, if my wife knew you were going, she would have forced it upon me to go as well. But basically, when I said, "Hey, I want to go to FanFest on this volcanic rock on Iceland," she's like, "No, fuck that shit."
No.
All right. However,
How
Eve
cool would it be to
Northeast-
see a volcanic eruption that close, though?
Yes, if
You
it
couldn't
totally ended the
escape because
world, that
all the
would be
planes would be
fucking
grounded,
cool.
but
It was on a beach. Maybe.
there's no beach in Iceland. There's just like
exactly
frozen shores.
I have this weird thing about Xander Fina in the Blue Lagoon with a fucking Speedo on. It is like fucking me up since like back then.
That's your dreams?
I'll be honest. No, it's not my fucking dreams. This is my fucking
What?
realities.
No, well,
Right.
oh.
But
nice.
FanFest is one thing. Eve Northeast is like those of us who are being real. We're kicking in. We're being real to the Eve Northeast fucking kind of theme. But Vegas, if you were an American who chose to go to fucking FanFest in Iceland as like over what you were gonna do in Vegas, fuck you. You are dead to all of us.
Is that directed
Vegas.
at me?
I'm gonna tell you right now. You go to fucking. If you go to fucking
Hold
FanFest and then don't come to fucking Vegas, okay, you're dead to all of us. You
I
just
already
are.
said I'm going to Vegas, you fucking
No,
mom.
I know you.
I
are.
put music
I know
on.
are.
You guys can't hear it, but I put it on.
Just go lick the fucking windows. You're done.
I put the Trump song on.
Fucking America. Vegas is what we in America fucking live for. This shit, fucking high octane, every goddamn night of the week is what we do. Because we own this bitch. We own the fucking night. My wife is killing me right now. Right? But she owns the night too. That's what's fucking scary. She's an Eve fucking wife who owns the fucking night. She's like, fuck this shit, we're not done yet.
That's true though. Kate, you're an enabler.
She is.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are.
You're a fucking badass out there.
I mean-
You make high-set Care Bears look like bitches. But just saying. You know what?
I
You fan-
remember
you fan this-
somebody coming in my room at 7 in the morning because he was out with who is that? That's right. That's right. Guess who he was with? Tell me who he was with, Kate.
You.
Drins Aiden.
He was with you guys. I was sleeping.
But Eve Vegas, Eve FanFest, wherever you live in the world, honestly, wherever you live in the world, cut the fucking slice in the middle, right? You're like, no, fuck it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it hard. That's all that matters is doing it hard. Are you willing to fucking lay your balls up on the goddamn table of either FanFest or Vegas and fucking know that some redheaded motherfucking dude who doesn't actually mind shit worse than you is gonna slam your nuts down? Do it.
Where is my nuts getting slammed?
I don't. It doesn't matter where your nuts are getting slammed. But
I don't want them slammed.
I disagree.
I feel bad. I feel bad for
like
man
my
Commander
nuts.
Rays. Commander Rays is like, holy shit. You know what? I like my nuts, but I like my fucking dignity. Vegas, you will always have your dignity because you're a fucking man walking in.
Yeah, but you're a little
Hey,
girl.
If you walk
I'm,
out
I'm
like-
going to Vegas. Like,
if you walk
I
out
will
like
be
a
there
fucking
this year.
chin tan, you know what? We still respect you.
Oh yeah, dude, Vegas is amazing. Have you?
But
This
you
is your
had
first
your
Vegas?
chin tan ass hung
This will be
high.
my first
Oh
Vegas.
shit,
I'm not a
dude, this is
fan
gonna be
fest
so
either,
good.
So like, this will be the first one for me.
Get ready,
Oh, man.
get ready, prepare yourself.
Yeah, man. We always had our Marine Corps balls in Vegas.
Oh my
man.
god,
It's
my
awesome.
wife is
I'm at 199 followers.
my wife is at 199 followers.
Oh my
So
god,
if you're not
you gain
following-
followers faster than I do.
If you're not following the literal Mrs. McGurk,
We can explain the differences why, Drayden, you don't have 199.
Well, we could.
followers,
It's
but-
because I'm me, but I mean, like, I just broke 300 like a month ago. I was super excited.
I need one more. Mrs.
she needs
McGurk.
one more to feel
One more.
insufficient.
I would unfollow and follow
Who
you, but
would
that won't
bet?
help you.
There it is, 200.
Oh! Oh! Shots
Who
for
would
200.
beg to be,
Shots
like-
for 200.
That means
who would
200
beg
shots,
to be,
right?
Like, insufficient. Fuck it, I can't even reach back. You know
Thank
what?
you, Jeremy.
Fireball.
Yes, Viking.
no
This
worries.
is, or yes, Caleb. This is the theme from Vikings. That show is amazing.
Is Caleb still awake?
Caleb, no, it's morning for him, man. He's like
Oh.
waking up for the day.
Caleb is still. You know what? I'm sorry.
No, not
All
still
of y'all-
awake. Like when I mean, our show starts super early
The
for him,
rest
but
of
like
these people are
it's like
fucking
9 in the
weak.
morning
That
for him right
guy's
now.
Been up all fucking night.
Well, there
His goddamn wife is like planning for something that we have to do tomorrow morning.
Well,
okay, I'm sorry.
I
Tuesday
forget.
morning.
Caleb, where exactly? Do you live
Sunday
in
morning.
England?
No, he's in fucking Denmark.
Okay, I know he
Yeah,
was. I knew he
he's
was.
like literally an hour beyond.
I knew he was Danish, but I swear his wife sounds like she has an English accent. Is she from England?
Okay, so his wife is pretty
Reva.
much from England, but she
Okay,
is, like,
I
moved
knew.
an
I
hour
was saying like
forward
Reva is
into
definitely from
the
England, and
fucking
I knew
Denmark
he was.
time
I thought he was.
She's one of the most.
I thought he was
put-together
Dutch,
fucking
to be honest. I
players.
didn't not know he
She's
was
one
Danish.
of the most put together players of this fucking game. Regarding, if you want to dig into people and have us fucking interview them, she's your fucking girl. She's your fucking man as far as that's.
Yeah, I knew Reaver was
Right.
English, but I thought he was Dutch. I did not know he was
Caleb,
Danish.
on the other hand, is more of like, you know, in a studio kind of, I will speak to you from a higher level type of person. But Caleb is one of, he's like an OG in this game. He's like
He's been around since
deep
beta.
dark OG.
He's been around since beta. He is like one of the original fucking players
Like
in this game.
there was beta, and then there was like the people who came in before beta who were like sub beta.
Probably closed beta.
I think we're creeping on past our mandate here.
Might be.
I don't know. I mean, honestly,
I'm gonna,
Hold
because
on.
we're getting ready to go grab some food.
Where's Caleb right now? If he's awake,
He's in chat.
pull him into. Where is he then? No, he's in chat, but like, you know, pull him in. Blast him. One of
headset's
those people
dying.
who will talk right now. I'm not saying
What?
right now.
Why is this song
This
playing
is-
again?
This is where open comms actually like shines, but without like, you know,
Without the
listening.
shine.
Without listening,
playing.
right?
What?
This is where the
All right,
people
if I-
that know
if
the
I end-
game fucking shine on. Go ahead.
If I
bro,
end the
what?
call, will it mess up your OBS stream?
No, bro.
Go ahead and end it. It
What are
might.
you gonna do?
It probably will.
What can you do to our Skype? Hey, Casey, this year. Okay? Do you remember that
Oh, we're
chicken
going some
they
Rasta
cooked on...
shit right here.
Hold on. I'm just throwing this fucking chat out. Remember that chicken they cooked on the grill that night? And it's like, what? You had chunks on a fucking grill. We camped out last night in a fucking tent.
We did.
Yeah. It's like,
What is
no.
he talking about?
Was the chicken good? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know
Well,
either.
the flavor on the top of the chicken was good because teriyaki sauce is always good.
Oh, the chicken was too thick. They were
It was
weird
too
pieces.
thick, right? Thank you. Andy Karaka knows because he dripped it all down himself, but whatever.
Because he's a dirty little pig boy.
That was
Andy
disgusting.
Karaka,
I stopped eating
fucking
it.
hero of the revolution.
No, because that night we had to deal with him. And
I
carry
feel
him up to
so
the
bad
house.
because I didn't meet him. I needed to see that motherfucker in Vegas. That guy needed to be in
Okay,
Vegas.
no, no,
We should
no,
have
he didn't.
GoFunded
No, he
me
didn't.
that guy in Vegas.
No,
He didn't.
no.
I think Andy might
I
have a
couldn't
drinking
eat.
problem.
And then we played beer pong, and I got wasted.
Oh
You got
shit! I love
wasted,
beer
but
pong.
Andy Karaka was just trying to scrub teriyaki off himself.
Because I got made me sick.
I think Duck Rat was trying to scrub the teriyaki off.
Duck
me.
Duck Rat was like one of those people in Eve. Duck Rat was almost like the Cribba of Eve, but Duck Rat. He was Cribba,
was
but Duck
amazing.
Rat.
He stayed up all night. He was amazing.
Yeah, he was
All
looking
right,
after
people.
Andy when he was in.
This is what I
Venezuela.
need you all to do. I need you to sign up for fucking Eve Northeast. Even if you can't make it to Vegas, Eve Northeast. Just do it. Come.
I want to
camp
do
with
it.
us.
I want to do it.
Come-
I want to make sure to go to
Dude.
Vegas, but I think I can get enough money for Eve Northeast as well. I will probably have
What
to put
kind
some
of
money on my
money
credit
do you
card
need for
to
Eve
do it, but
Northeast? Apply for Eve fucking welfare and come to fucking Eve Northeast.
well, I'm saying like
Swear to
I can
God,
do
you're
both.
like
I'm
the
just
welfare
trying to
of
do
Eve.
both without having to rack up debt on my credit card. But I might, even if
All
I
you
do
need
that,
is
it's
a
fine.
plane
I'm not
ticket,
trying to
bro.
throw it, it won't cost you. But
Just take a plane trip and then Dirk will fucking bring you.
Well, I know he
Well-
can drive me there. I'm just saying, like, that's what the Eve Northeast.
Yeah,
I think
exactly, dude.
because it's literally like the Eve Northeast. It's the plane ticket,
we're like the welfare of Eve.
some chip in
That's
for
how it
gas, and then like
the
you know
limo.
food.
We
That's
took
the
limo
cost.
from airport to hotel.
So I know that like the Eve Northeast is like the plane ticket's like gonna be like 3/4 of the cost, like food, and then like you know I'm gonna chip in for gas if you guys are driving me or whatever. But so like
Come
that
on,
will-
Caleb is saying I can't join audio when I'm this sober. It's like, are you?
that's the
fucking kidding
cheap
me?
part. So
You
like.
goddamn Denmark.
But I'm saying like even just the round trip plane ticket from they have an airport in Allentown, I'm guessing.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. The airport in Allentown is literally our backyard.
Well,
you land
okay,
in
so,
our
like,
backyard is like I'll blow you.
Round trip there, I still round trip there I bet would be like $800, which I can do. But the thing is like Vegas and back round trip is like
Hold on. I'm gonna
$600,
Come to
and then
our
Vegas
airport, and then
hotel
we'll go
cost
up.
is like probably
I'm
$800,
gonna
and then
I'm
Vegas
gonna get-
cost
I'm
is like
gonna give-
$1,000.
I'm gonna give you a total fucking front. Whatever cheapest price you can.
I don't
want
want to haul a tent with me, so I might just buy a cheap tent there.
Bitch,
I
bitch,
have one that you can use.
Oh,
bitch, lay
have
it
a spare.
out.
I could
Lay
bring
it
I
out.
could bring like sorry, Dirk. I could bring like a sleeping bag and shit. I just don't want to like have to pack a tent on the plane.
No.
All right, fuck your goddamn tent. This is goddamn not freaking like bitch land. Okay, we are the East Coast of the United States of America.
So you guys don't own
Well-
tents.
Lay into
You can
fucking
sleep with him
Newark.
in the tent.
Lay
Oh,
into
nice.
fucking Newark.
Yeah, because
JFK.
Kate, didn't you say you're staying in a cabin this year?
I'll put a
Billy,
nugget. I'll put a
I
nugget
don't give
between
a-
my cheeks.
Dirk will
do
literally
one.
lay into
Just leave a
fucking
nugget
Newark,
trail.
It'll get damp there.
JFK, fucking or Philly, and pick your goddamn ass up, and we will fucking hang out at like I don't know what
It's
fucking
probably
like
cheaper
boiled
to
fucking
fly into
hamburger
Philly.
lodges along the way, and then
And we'll
we
pick you up.
ultimately roll into
If-
the party zone.
If
Fly
the
into
airlines
Whatever the cheapest shit is for you to get to the East Coast that is not
Yeah,
Miami
if-
or Maine.
if TSA didn't
Do it.
frown on it, I would bring you some super chronic from the Northwest. But TSA frowns on that,
No,
so
look, they
I
can't
won't
find
do
it
that.
deep- Drayden, you and I'll have a talk after this. They cannot find it in your socks.
Yes, they will.
No, they won't.
No, I
They don't
am
give a shit
not
about
bringing.
that.
I've been through airports that
Probably the
randomly
worst
I've
advice
seen
ever
drug
offered on
dogs
this
walking
show.
around, and I will
Drayden.
never put that shit in my person.
Drayden, I'm trying to give you a little fucking heads up. They're looking for Mexicans. They don't care about the pot in your socks.
But when the dogs go, like, I know they flip a coin. They're like,
Dogs
oh,
go woof woof.
dogs go, and they're like, oh, it's a white person. Flip a coin. Heads, all right, let's arrest him.
They don't give a
Tails,
shit.
no, it's all
They're
good.
looking- they're
But
looking for a
I
dreamer,
always bet on
not a
heads.
fucking screamer. I'm just trying to give you a fucking heads up, bro.
Alright.
I
I
can't
have
do
a
it.
fucking inside on that shit. Okay, they don't care about.
If
what
I
you
was
pack
driving,
inside dirty
if I
socks.
was driving, I'd bring it. If
Dirk,
I'm
what does the
flying,
cat
I'm
say?
not.
Hold on. What? Rain?
Drayden,
Yes.
just fly into Philly.
Oh no, shit! I
It'll
thought
be
Rain said
cheaper,
something.
and we'll come get.
No, fuck you, Casey.
I don't know if it'd be cheaper.
Casey, I swear, Casey all of a sudden sound like Rain. It's like that's wrong. That's wrong. Don't impersonate Rain. Okay.
Well, here's the thing.
Rain
Identity theft is
Hold on.
a
I'll
very real thing.
I'll
It's
look
not.
at the cost.
Identity theft is what will get your man kicked.
I
okay?
will-
and we don't want to do that.
How about this? I'll look at the cost. If the cost of driving there is pretty
I
close.
swear to God, you sounded just like Rain.
Don't
If
drive
the,
there.
if the cost of driving out there is similar to the cost of flying, I will
Too much.
drive and I will bring some.
Dude, I thought that at one point.
I will
too.
bring
I was-
some legally obtained, super
I was-
above the top chronic for you.
Dude.
We will pick you up.
I wanted to drive to
Fly to
every
New York
Eve player
or
meet in the
into
country.
Philly.
There's like a part of me that still wants to like drive to every Eve player meet in the
Dirk,
country.
we could
It's
do
like,
it during the
if-
summer. We'll get one of those RVs.
Okay.
Oh my
we'll
God,
do it.
dude. Hold on.
Let's do it.
I dreamed about the Eve fucking RV like 3 years ago. That would be so badass. Can you imagine what the fucking party van that shit would be?
Be like Eve Road Rules.
Yeah.
It would be Eve Road Rules, except we would all die.
Then you can see what I live with.
Yeah, Keith's like, oh yeah, totally go fucking Eve Road Rules. Because she's like, I totally want
I'm
to
out.
collect on your fucking pension. It's not right, man. It's not right. We don't owe this to them. Okay?
We'll fly and meet you there.
Okay.
But we should do this because that would be a fucking party hard
We could
trip,
stream
man.
the whole thing.
All I want to do is fucking party my ass out and be like, fuck it. Go. Whatever. Kill me.
Drive with him. I'll fly.
However,
Oh, that's funny.
there is a part of me that still believes that this show should have a viable end. What do you think,
Right
Drayden?
about now.
What do you think, Drayden?
Later, bitches.
No, not just
Later
later
bitches.
bitches. Later bitches is kind of weak as you get to like the latter parts of later bitches. But Commander Reyes, fucking rodent.
Yo.
Skeptic nerd guy, you still there?
Yes.
See, people are still awake this time of
Oh my
night.
God,
That's what's
people are
fucking
still
outstanding.
listening.
Fucking blast them. You there, bro?
I'm
Yeah,
always
yeah.
here.
Wow.
Dude, at this
Dedicated.
point, I've got a Declarations of War podcast tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be fucking hungover for that shit.
Exactly.
That's why
I'm gonna
mine's
do
on
fucking-
Sunday.
That's why we
I'm
do
gonna do
this.
Matterall tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I will still not just be hungover. I will be like, holy shit, I'm still fucking high. But I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. Open comms is not the easiest motherfucking scene for people to come on, but this night, as one that happens in every couple of years, we actually talk about a topic that I think makes fucking sense. I thought made sense at the beginning, not just at the fucking end. This is fucking outstanding. This is what fucking Eve is about. This whole fucking like socio-cultural thing that we all fucking deal with about fucking like drinking and podcasting and bullshit like that is fucking outstanding. This is where we fucking score over those people who live in a Japanese like, you know, kind of like, you know, thing that won't have their Japanesization of Eve tomorrow.
To be fair, somebody like I think it was Kale that linked the
I just
was
totally
it the
fucking said that because I
Japanese
had no fucking outlet.
the Japanese localization, that they were terminating the Japanese localization. And I said, well, didn't
It's
we
so
do
bad.
that during World
Ja-
War II?
They're putting it in an internment camp.
The
I mean,
Japanese
didn't we
don't deserve that.
terminate Japan in World War II?
The Japanese don't deserve that, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we do. You know what? Later, bitches.
Later, bitches.
Later,
Later,
bitches.
bitches.
I'm in a shop for the road.
Deuces.
Love y'all.
I'm gonna hit a high drag shot for the road because Random McNally showed up and put a follow in this night.
He did.
I never would have thought it would happen. But we'll do some random McNally shots. That's what we're doing.
All right.
No, this
Yo,
is
huh.
only my
We're not
second
only
night
doing random
since
McNally
Macy's been
shots.
gone.
Mrs. McGurk and I are going to do random McNally shots
Okay.
with high drag.
Oh, mine's in the sink. I don't have
high
it.
drag shot glasses because that's all we do it. I'm going to be honest.
High drag.
I only do this because Tito's shot glasses are way too big. But I want to throw this out to Random McNally, high drag shot glasses. People that are on this show from Canada who look off in a different direction. McLean, his Pitbull, his Irish wife, who in 2 weeks better be here to fucking drink drinks because it's fucking like, you know, what, like Ireland Day or whatever.
And me, I'm Irish.
My wife, who's also Irish.
Don't roll your eyes.
I'm like 5% Irish.
Yeah, you people with fucking ginger hair, you are partially.
I don't have ginger hair.
Fuck it. Oh my god, I'm doing this fucking like cinnamon fucking shot, whatever.
All right,
My-
wrap it up.
My pubes are fire. I have a fire bush though.
I want everybody to know that the last time Xander Fina did anything remotely like this, he got elected to the CSM.
Scary.
Just throwing it out there.
Oh no.
Throwing it out there.
That ended well.
He
I mean, they're
cared,
really gonna
he
pay out all
cared
these
not
bastards.
about any of you.
All right, later, bitches.
Later, bitches.
Later, bitch.
Love you.
All right.
Rain tonight.
Later.
Yeah, no rain tonight. She showed up in chat and then muted herself immediately.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
sad.
Did you cut it?
No drunk Canadian tonight after us, but I'm gonna be playing some Half-Life 2.
After Drayden Dirk.
Yeah, after Drayden after Dirk.
Oh, it's not even cut.
Drayden after Dirk. No, I'm gonna be playing some Half-Life 2 Episode 2. I'm halfway. Well, I don't know how far I'm through it, but I'm gonna try and finish it up tonight so that I can play some Ghost Recon. No, Portal 2
Wow,
tomorrow night with Skeptic Nerd Guy, actually.
I love you guys.
All right,
I gotta
peace.
go.
Later, bitches. I'm gonna close it, but I'll be back.